after tribal council, I get a text from Will Compton that tells me, I'm telling you right now, if you want to win this house over, you got to cut Dave's throat.
It'll be great. No, they're
Stop mentally.
You know that?
Literally
They're dead.
tell them
They're
to
dead.
stop mentally with me.
They're dead.
Will wrote that?
Yeah, he texted me. Will Compton.
I love that this match.
She could easily snipe Dave and make a big kill.
It's me. I'm on a fucking island, man.
Dave tries to kick it in with the table, and he does! And Dave wins immunity and is safe from elimination.
It's $250,000. You found keys before. You can find them again.
I do not think he is an idol, but a desperate Bosco is a desperate Bosco.
I'm gonna tail Rico to see if he finds anything.
No f***ing way.
How did Rico find another key?
He's got it! He got it! Unbelievable!
Please, God, don't let him have an idol.
If anyone else has an immunity idol, now is the time to play it.
I don't have it.
Oh! 20th person eliminated, 12th member of our jury, Rico Bosco.
I played a great game. I gave it everything I could. I hope my wife's watching, happy that I gave it everything I could.
This is Surviving Barstool, Season 4, presented by Body Armor.
I'm happy for Megan. I'm sad for Rico.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not.
No,
it's
Megan.
good for you. It's
Megan.
not you.
Sorry, Megan.
Megan, you deserve that. Megan, you deserve that. You won those challenges. You deserve that.
Bosco entering that house now. I wish I could watch that.
Holy shit. I thought he had it. He's never been able to hold a poker face like that.
Yeah, I tried to play off like I had an idol. But I think they decided they wanted me more than Megan. I think I was voted out because I was a threat in challenges. I also think I might have got some votes on the jury. So I think I had a good speech maybe at the end that would have won.
I can't believe he didn't have it. I thought I knew him so well.
I've been talking to Dave through the whole process of just like, how can you save me? Can you get Mubi on board? Turns out he was more in bed with Mubi than he was with me, so tough.
Hey, what about Dave? Did you think you get return the favor there with giving the immunity necklace?
Yeah, I know. I don't know, man. He didn't want to take that necklace off. I took it off for him. One-way street.
He said it that you couldn't save the old dog.
I know.
So sad.
That is sad. I do have
I honestly, for all the shit I say about Rico, I do like Rico. Sometimes you have a soft spot for bad guy.
Sad to see him go. Really sad. Happy for Megan. And then there were 4.
Hey, we made it. We made it. We talked about this. We manifested, truly. That's all we can do.
It's a miracle making it to the Final Four. I couldn't be happier to be in this position, but at the same time, the job is nowhere near done. Getting this far, you want to make it to that Final 3 and have a chance at winning. It's really good. We gotta think of like maybe a good challenge we can do, Final 4 TikTok and save it.
Yeah. We so should. Yeah, I definitely got to be on a stump. I think that was honestly my good omen for the whole thing.
Yeah,
There were so many stumps, pushing me through. I am in a Final 4, which is literally insane to say. But for some reason, it feels right. Is there I can't tell how much is left in that. Should I just finish it?
Well, give me a little bit.
My plan for tonight, red wine with my alliances and Megan. Tomorrow, I could leave $250,000 richer or really close to being $250,000 richer.
Those 3 are just all they've been in an alliance since day 1, so it's I have to win or I go home. So, and I know I have a target on my back from winning 2 challenges individually. It's gonna suck to make it until tomorrow and not be able to be in the Final 3. Just gotta win a challenge, just one.
My issue wasn't with Rhea.
No.
That wasn't even my issue.
No. We
are
are
allowed. I need to defend Rhea.
No, I'm not defending Rhea.
You enjoy watching?
Yeah, it's amazing. I have a front row seat to the best theater that you can buy in America. Look at it, it's happening.
Well, then you can tell her that. You can tell her that. You can tell her. Okay. Also, but you're a meddler, and that's true. You know you're a meddler.
You guys should have voted her ass out.
You're being
Clever.
stupid as fuck.
You're
no, I'm here right now.
making no
that is of no fault of anybody's. Like that's how it crumbled. Rico had an idol and I got screwed. That's what happened. If not for that, he would have been out. I would still.
Clemmer still thinks he's gonna win.
No. You nervous to see anybody?
Yeah, nervous to see Kirk. I don't know, probably screaming at me. Kirk thinks I fucked him. I don't know what I did.
You're so fucking dead to me. I don't understand what happened. Again, you fucking lied is what happened. So, but you're gonna keep that. You're gonna keep that. 15th person eliminated. 7th member of our jury. Your life is over. Your life is over.
What? Sorry, I fucked up. I don't understand it. Like, I legitimately don't understand why you do that to me. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't even care, like that we were friends or whatever, but like, I've been pretty good to you. I carried you, helped carry you to that point. Why would you give Dave that? I don't even get it. I mean, you chose Dave over me, that's fine. Like, we were understood, we're defined going forward. But like you're beyond dead to me. All right. I'm so happy you didn't win that money. God, I'm so happy. Don't be pouty, just hang out with the other guys. I don't care, I'm just saying. But what'd you do if you were me?
I'd be pissed.
Well, hold on, come downstairs. Like, flip it around. Like, you get all upset at people for the slightest disloyalty.
I'd be pissed.
So
you have a right to be pissed.
How would you feel if you were me?
I'm not denying it. You have a right to be pissed.
If it was a person, that person would be dead to you, right?
Yeah.
So you made a choice.
Right. I'm not being...
What was the upside of that choice?
I was riding with Dave and Dan.
Yeah, and you never told me. So you're lying to me the whole time, right?
I needed to make a move at the end.
Yeah, so you're lying to me the whole time, and then you played that for, so like, yeah. So how would you feel if somebody...
I'd be pissed, yeah.
Right.
You have every right
They'd be dead
to be
to you, right?
Yes. You have every right to be pissed. I was trying to win the money.
How'd that go?
I lost.
There he is. Hey, Bosco.
Rico! At no point were you ever gonna get Dave.
No.
Fuck.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Dave had so many votes, man.
Rhea's in a great spot because Movie's dead, Megan's dead. They didn't play a good enough game.
Megan did win a couple solo challenges. And she was on the hold the thing up with us.
I think Megan's played a better game than we realized, actually. Yeah.
I was like, at some point, I thought it was so embarrassing. Will you be like, let's gut Dave, but you never were gonna gut Dave.
No, because I don't think you can win. Although his masterpiece is the Pink Whitney. He played that as a masterpiece.
Perk said he's like, I almost hit him.
Has he calmed down at all, or is he still living?
No.
Now it's Dave and 3 girls. But that's a good move by Dave. He got all the alphas out of the room, and then he had all his girls kind of line up and dance for him. So, good for him. I mean, he has my vote, that's for sure. I mean, unless something, I can't imagine voting for anybody else at this point.
Now, Megan has won 2 immunity idols. Does that sway you at all?
She hit like a marble.
I know, but they still count. I mean,
I care more about the game than the challenge. The challenges don't mean a lot to me.
I'm just trying to put together a resume.
Oh, I would vote. I mean, but she also fucked me over. She voted for Rico for no reason because she's a dummy.
I'd vote for Megan over Moog, but that's not how it works. It's 3-person. So, like, would I vote for Megan over Rhea?
Did anybody ask you?
No.
Did you ask him?
He
What
did.
the fuck would you think?
Did.
Were you even in the final 16?
Cheers.
Cheers.
I know we're not in the
To
same
the
one,
final 4.
but
I
we're
don't
in
care.
the final 4.
Nothing personal.
Rico went home, but I did have 2 votes casted for myself, which obviously isn't a good feeling. And I am the lone wolf. I'm surrounded by a Day 1 alliance in Dave, Mubi, and Rhea. I am literally making it by the skin of my teeth.
It's the most relaxed I've been. I'm just like, we made it Final Four. There's nothing we can do, like, besides play the challenges, and that's that. Rico leaving doesn't affect my game whatsoever. I think it actually helps it. Now we go into the Final Four, where 4 of us will compete. Winner of the challenge saves somebody, and then 2 people have to duel it out. Dave told me he will save me, no brainer. And if he does not save me, I'm gonna say, fuck you. Will Compton was right. I should have listened to Will. I'm not gonna hold
Will
it.
owned up to the fact he sent that text.
I mean, I don't know.
Now that she said it, I did call him. And he did. He's like, yeah, he goes, I panicked.
What is he panicking for?
to have this overconfident the rest of my life. He's mad. Oh! He won't go for it. You just gave me a gift greater than any amount of money could ever give me. What number was he? 51? I wish I could. Yes. Wish I could get a Compton shirt for tomorrow. I mean, we just take it off the wall.
Yeah. We can take it out of his fucking jersey.
There's an entire Will Compton museum in the fucking men's bathroom.
I'm very proud for the first dedication of a bathroom to Will Compton. Well earned, well deserved.
I just need to get to the 3 now so I can fuck with them.
Will and I, the entire game, were kind of like two captains posturing against each other. I cut his tendons out, I took his liver, his ribs, and then I hear how mad he is. So I just want to rub it in. If I get to the final speech, you're gonna have to look at the guy wearing your shirt from your museum who murdered you. I have to get to the final.
Hi. Oh, what? Ah, morning. Okay. Challenge is at 9 today. Didn't know that, but I'm still here. I'm in the Final Four and it feels amazing. I would love to see their reaction in that fucking house of what they're like. They're probably throwing tomatoes at the screen and they're probably saying mean things about me. But I'm still here, boys. I'm tired behind the eyes and the soul. And I can't believe that, like, I have to keep going. Another challenge? And then that winner has to pick someone. If I win, I would have to pick Rhea over Dave because like girl power. But also picking Rhea over Dave would make my votes way harder to get. I don't know. And if I do get to the final 3, like my speech's gotta be fucking underdog. I'm a warrior. I'll come out with $250K. I could see it. So hopefully I win, pick Rhea, go to the final 3, and maybe it'll be Megan, or maybe it'll be Dave, or maybe I lose, and then I have to duke it out and win that. And if I lose in the duke out, that's on fucking me.
Last day, how you feeling? I'm glad it's the last day. Worked on my speech in my head a little bit last night. If I'm lucky enough to get there, it's just gonna be just a Compton special. That's all it's gonna be. I think if Megan wins, she'll take me safe. Duel for Rhea moves. If Rhea wins, I think she'll take me. If Moves wins, I have no idea. Maybe she flips a coin. I should be in the final 3. I don't know that I'll get a vote. Maybe Dan. I don't know. I could go speech to win the money, and I think I can make a compelling case maybe and get it, but no. Speech is a Compton speech. It's gonna be very good, I think.
Get to go see my family today. Possibly make the final 3. I had a horrible night's sleep last night. It's really hot in here, but it was only me. I think I've just gotten used to sleeping with people. It's like jail. It was crazy, man. 7 whole days, right? This is the day 7? And I gotta be back in this bitch tomorrow? Grind never stops. I'll be up again at 6:30, get my kids to school, be here, and act like I just haven't spent the last 7 nights sleeping in the motherfucking green room and showering in the yak shower. Yesterday was tough though, sending Rico home. That was shitty. But I had to save my own ass, and now I have to go back out there and do it again. Because Rhea, Movie, and Dave are all aligned. And again, I mean, you can look around. I don't have anyone. I know it doesn't matter, because, you know, it's all individual challenges, but they're all going to vote for one another, or one's going to save the other, and, you know.
Burning through dude wipes.
Reebok has been with us all week, literally amazing. I'm a shell of a human being, and I have to pick my shoe that I'm wearing for my final challenge. And the ones I'm gonna go with are these ones.
Reebok has been fantastic all week, and for the final challenge, I'm going with my favorite pair. I'm going with the classic Club C's. Give me good luck. Today's my 8-year anniversary of Barstool.
Today?
I got hired on this day.
Wow, is that a sign or what? Holy shit.
Yep. I have so much I want to say.
I practiced my speech, I haven't.
People, there's more people who, and I just can't wait to just
Texted you?
just wait.
Are you serious?
Well, then do I need them in my speech?
No, well, no, because you wouldn't know.
Did more people text you?
Oh, before, and I just was
So sorry.
It's fine.
All the same?
Not towards you.
Oh.
It was more of like a, you don't do this, you don't do that, like, I'll tell you. I'll talk to you after.
All right, let's go.
It's gonna be a hectic morning, everyone.
Okay, so what is it?
Dan, he wanted to go home. And he said, please, 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 send me home. I need to go home. Please send me home. And I was like, if I send you home, it's gonna look like I backstabbed you. Now you're asking me to send you home, like you're putting my brain like in an absolute blender right now. My brain is so rattled from the stuff that happened with Big Cat, where he's telling me he's not gonna vote for me in the end if I don't do what he wants. And on one hand, I don't want to tell Dave because I don't want to be like a tattletale and everyone thinks I'm a loser for telling Dave. But on the other hand, I'm like, fuck these people. If I get to the end, is no one gonna vote for me to win?
You want to make it seem like you got backstabbed?
Well, he goes, if you make it look like you backstab me, I will not vote for you. And I'm like, but you're telling me, you're begging me to send him home. And then he thought you might as well Rico and Megan out. And he was like, if Dave votes Rico or Megan, I will not be voting for you in final. And I wrote, why are you threatening you're the final vote when you're begging me to go home and I'm sending you home? Like, why are you doing this to me?
I don't understand any of that. It makes no sense to me. Still makes no sense.
Do you get what I'm saying though? Like, he was threatening to not vote for me in the end to win. If I didn't follow his exact plan on how to send him home. And then that was before the wheel thing, so I was like, why is everyone like threatening their final votes against me? Like, this is crazy. So that's why my head yesterday was like such in a blender, because I'm like, okay, I have to do everything Dan's, he's like threatening me with my final vote. And then he was like, but if you tell me on camera that you're sending me home, maybe. Dan, I kept you in the whole game. Because he was like, I'm sending you home. You're sending me home. I will not follow me out. Dan, I kept you in the whole game. Why are you following me out? So that's why I'm just saying, like, I said it about Will, so I have to say it about him.
I didn't understand any of that. Did you understand any of that?
All right, bring him on in. Final four of Surviving Barstool Season 4. Dave, Mooby, Rhea, and Megan. One of you will be winning $250,000, $250,000 at the end of this. One of you will not be sitting at Final Tribal Council, and one of you will automatically be into the top 3. We'll talk about how all of that works after the challenge. Here in the Body Armor Arena, this is your final challenge, and let's go over how it works. To your right are puzzle pieces. You are making a pyramid with these pieces. They are balls attached to each other that make different shapes. You, in the end, want a pyramid in front of you. Here is a couple wrinkles. The first wrinkle, you can only build your puzzle while the ball in front of you is in the timer wall behind you. You will place the ball at the top of the wall and it will work its way down. We will not tell you how long it will be in there. While it's working its way down, you can work on your puzzle. As it gets to the bottom, be aware of where the ball is because you will want to catch it. Once you catch it, you place it back up there, return to your puzzle table, and build even more. If the ball hits the floor or the cup, that's a penalty, and you cannot build your puzzle or work on it until the ball has gone down the chute again. Also, if the ball drops, there is a trap door in front of you. Tommy and I will pull the trap door and your puzzle will fall out underneath and probably break apart. So you will have to start all over again. Paying attention to that timer wall is going to be just as big of a thing as finishing that puzzle. The final piece of that puzzle will be the ball that's on the timer wall, and if you are the first to finish, you are into the top 3, one step closer to $250,000, and you will have a big decision to make. First things first, Dave, need the necklace back. Tommy, you go do the honors. I feel like you'll like that. There you go. There he is. Tommy fired up. This is back up for grabs one final time. If you have that, it means you have a 1 in 3 shot at $250,000. I will count you down from 3. You will place the timer ball in the wall, and then you can begin building your puzzle.
I automatically feel like I'm at a disadvantage. I'm just not, I guess, a critical thinker when it comes to puzzles.
Puzzles, forget about it. I suck. No shot at a puzzle.
Okay, for immunity, for the top 3.
Here we go.
Let's go, Dave. You can begin in 3, 2, 1, go! And they are off. And they will begin figuring out this puzzle while keeping an eye on that timer wall.
This is wild.
Dave's gonna go to catch his, so is Movie. You don't want that penalty. 45 seconds could be a disaster. Rhea's drops, and she has to endure a penalty. Tommy, take the trap door, pull it out. Rhea can start the timer now. Rhea has a 45-second penalty, and she will have to redo everything. Can people create some distance?
This challenge is an absolute mindfuck. There's a timer, there's a puzzle going on.
Jesus.
A super difficult puzzle. Very trippy to look at as well. Can mess with the mind.
It's reassuring to look over at Dave, who isn't really making any progress.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Can't look at him for help because he's like, eat.
It's gonna be.
He could have been there for 48 hours.
I could be in there for months, years, unlimited time, unlimited food, shower. You could live there forever. I would never figure out that puzzle.
Rhea catches, resets, and her penalty is done. She will return to her table and have to reshuffle everything.
My head is spinning. My brain can't focus on this puzzle and this timer at the same time.
Megan hits a penalty. She will have to reset. 45-second penalty for Megan, and her balls fall in through the trap door from Tommy.
My brain is just in a pretzel. I have this ball going behind me. I'm trying to build this puzzle, and if the ball hits the bucket that's loud, then Tommy comes, and I was just frazzled.
Rhea hits another penalty again.
I'm getting so many penalties, I can't keep up with my penalties. I just keep dropping the ball. My puzzle keeps falling apart. No.
And Rhea has another 45-second penalty.
I need to get my head in the game and stop getting so many damn penalties, or else I'm gonna lose this challenge.
Dave back to a base layer. Mubi a couple layers in. Is she onto something? And Megan has another 45-second penalty.
God damn
Tommy
it.
will pull the trap door. Dave shuffling around. Rhea reshuffling after her penalty. Mubi has 3 layers. Is she close though? Rhea onto a second level. Does she have progress here? And Rhea has another 45-second penalty. It hits the bowl.
I have my pyramid built, but it looks a little off kilter.
Mubi has 3 layers. If she thinks she's close, she can say done.
But I'm like, maybe I'll just check it. Maybe it is right.
You want to check? We'll check Mubi's puzzle. This is not correct. Mubi will have to restart.
Oh my god, now I'm embarrassed. I thought I had it, but it was totally just a slanted pyramid. It like was wrong.
Potential $250,000 puzzle with a lot on the line. Win this and you choose who sits next to you, who sits in front of that jury.
I have no idea what my chances are at winning. The only shot I've had this week is puzzles.
Mubi assessing where maybe she went wrong. Can she fix just a few things and have a correct puzzle? Megan moving things around. Can she get something going? Dave assessing. Rhea onto a second level. Does she have progress here?
Trying to figure this out is just a game of trial and error, but there's something off about this pyramid. Obviously, there's something I'm missing here, and then it hits me. The ball that's running the timer, obviously, is going to be the last piece of the puzzle, right on top.
Rhea is out of pieces, and she will wait for her timer ball. She is anxious. Megan racing, movie resetting, Dave staring over. Rhea, she thinks she has it. Jesus. That ball is falling very slowly for Rhea right now. Rhea's ball hits the last level.
Oh my God, if I drop this ball while I'm staring at it, I'll never forgive myself.
She races over, she wants a check, and Rhea wins immunity and is through to the final 3 of surviving Barstool.
I have so many emotions winning this challenge. At first I thought there was no shot, but I just kept breathing, saying like, I am winning, I am winning.
Rhea has won immunity, is into the final 3, your second individual immunity and the most important one. But now, it doesn't just come with a spot in the final 3, it comes with a very big decision. Rhea will now have to pick if Megan, Mooby, or Dave will sit next to her in the final 3. She'll have a little time to think it over. Whoever she doesn't pick will go head-to-head in a duel. The loser is the final member of the jury. Rhea, you have some time to think about who you want to put in that duel. We'll see you back here in the Body Armor Arena very shortly.
Oh my God. I'm like actually like in like I like can't feel my body. Like I'm like in like the most shocked I've ever been right now. I'm like I cried immediately. Now I'm just like.
I think it's 250 grand for you.
I am officially going to the final 3, and I do not know how I pulled it together, but I did. I'm just ready to give my speech, lay it all on the line, get stuff off my chest that I've been waiting to get off my chest for a long time now. My brain is like, I just don't know. I just don't know. Like,
settle in. You have a speech to make?
Oh, just fucking wait.
I can't wait.
Just fucking wait, because I am going to rip into somebody that nobody will see coming, because I haven't said it. I said it to Dave on camera before. Big cat.
Wow. I think we'll see was as good as me winning. Rhea gets to save somebody. I'm very, 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 very confident she's going to save me. We've said we're going to save each other, and it's the best play for her. I don't think Rhea's taking me now because of the alliance. She's taking me because
you're not going to get votes.
Correct. I can't win. I don't think I have any shot at that. I want to be on the final, smoking a cigar, wearing my 51 Compton jersey that I stole from his memorial bathroom, and have the time of my life. I mean, obviously you're right here, so I don't want to say it in your face. But if it ended up being me, Moobs, and Rhea, that's a crazy original 3.
I've already thought about that.
Day 1 to be like,
yeah, I've already thought about that.
we're like, all right, us
1,000
3 to the
times.
finals, and we actually did it.
Rhea, Mooby, and Dave had an alliance since day 1. I have a feeling she's gonna take Dave because we don't think Dave's gonna get votes. None of us do, and neither does Dave. And he's made that quite evident. And I think me and Mooby are going to have to battle it out for that 3rd spot.
I'm so proud of you. You deserve it. Me too. If I won, I was totally gonna weigh out both the options, Dave and Rhea, because Rhea confided in me about like how much she wanted to be in the final and said like, you need to pick me over Dave. Like he won't get mad at you. But I think she's quicker to pick Dave than me.
Is this an easy decision coming up?
Moobs and I have been pretty locked. Megan performed really well in the challenges, the solo challenges. I feel like she really deserved a spot too. Obviously, I want to bring one of them. Dave made a promise. He said he would bring me 100%. I said I would bring him.
I just see no reason why she wouldn't save me. Would it piss me off? Yeah, a little bit. She'd probably still get my vote, but this is an easy decision for her. She said she was going to save me, and it makes sense to save me, so I'd be pretty shocked if it wasn't me.
Dude, yeah, you've been crazy with your thought process.
No, I love and appreciate the game so much that I find myself playing everybody else's game and then thinking like, oh yeah, that was this. Oh shit, that was that. Like I love it.
I might have to flip a coin.
Yeah, he says he's gonna make a couple, flip a coin, and 2 of them are in it that he likes.
Who would be 2 that you would consider flipping a coin, Rico?
Rhea, Dave. I think they both played pretty well.
See, I don't know nothing about Rhea's game. Like, my understanding of Rhea's game is she just hitched her wagon to Dave. Morning, Kelly.
Morning.
Your hair looks outstanding. Looks like you took the time this morning.
I certainly did.
Get to watch this duel.
Who's gonna make it to the final 3? I don't know. Find out next on Surviving Portnoy.
Can I get some underwear? I'm running low, Tommy John. Performance underwear. Honestly, I'm a Tommy John guy now. Well, I guess everyone's wearing it, but I wear it better. That's how I've made it so far in the game. So now officially Tommy John guy. Like a week of Tommy John.
Welcome on in to the duel, where we will decide and figure out who is joining whoever Rhea picks in the final 3. First things first, the jury is watching from the house. Watching this happen.
That's my girl. That's my girl. She's holding up her immunity.
They are going to be assessing what happens here. We'll see if it factors into any of their decisions. They will be here later today for final tribal council, where they will ask questions, have some speeches, and I'm sure chop it up with whoever is in the final 3. Rhea, who is your selection to sit with you at the final 3?
The jury's gonna hate this one, but I have a big speech coming, and we told each other we picked each other in this spot, so I'm gonna pick Dave.
Dave, into the final 3.
Rhea just lost $0,000.
$250,000. You gotta wait for the speech.
I'm not waiting.
Momentarily.
Don't be foolish.
Megan and Mooby, here is how it'll work. You will stand on opposite sides of each other. Above your heads and a little behind you are 3 targets. I will say ready, you will pull back your slingshot. I will say aim, and then when I say fire at the same time, you will let go your slingshot. The ball will travel across, and for you, hopefully knock over a target. We will do this for as long as we have to go until somebody has knocked down their opponent's 3 targets. The loser is going to join the jury. They'll be in final tribal council on the wrong side. The winner will sit next to Dave and Rhea, with one person winning $250,000 in surviving Barstool.
2 girls that did nothing.
0.0.
I guess Moves did something. She did a great job being a fall girl over time.
Yeah, she's like, well, they carried. Some people have to get carried, man.
Rhea she should have taken out Dave right there. No question. Because right now there's an ambiguity on who's making the moves. Is Rhea making the moves, or is Dave making the moves? And it's like she could have made that perfectly clear if she had asked Dave right now.
That's what I'm saying. I think you need to wait for the speech. I know it's Rhea. Nobody wants to believe me. But
I'm not waiting for the speech.
Wait for the speech.
Your best friends are there. You're clearly biased. I mean, if you can't admit that.
No, I'm just saying that I know what was going on.
So what was going on?
She's using Dave to get ahead.
By putting him in the final?
She doesn't think anyone's gonna vote for her.
Well, that's stupid.
So
that's why I'm not going to vote for her. That's the point.
I said wait for the speech. She'll
You just
explain
gave me
why.
the speech, it sounds like. Is there
No, I
something we're
didn't. I
missing?
don't know what she's gonna say.
You just said you know what she was going to say. You said that 30 seconds.
Because she has a lot to talk about. And I think it would be unfair of you to go in and say, I'm not listening to the speech. That's just being an asshole.
That's
you know that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Now I just have to face off with Mooby, and if I beat Mooby in the face off, then I go to the final 3. My track record for challenges are a little slim. And Megan's a good competitor. Megan is amazing at what she does. She's won 2 challenges, but I don't want to count myself out yet because there's still a chance.
Here we go. Megan versus Mooby for a spot in the final 3. Load up. Ready. Aim. Fire. First shot's away. And Megan is 1 for 1. No, it's fun.
I know. I'm getting an emotion, Jeff. I am so fucking locked in. Mooby doesn't have a shot.
Ready. Aim. Fire.
Oh, mine went right
And
over.
it remains 1-0. All right, round 3. It's 1-0 Megan.
Damn it.
Ready, aim, fire.
Oh, no fucking. I throw a cupcake. He was like, so I was like, okay, need some more power.
Ready, aim, fire. Megan has her second movie. I think hit it, but it did not have enough juice. Megan 1 away from the final 3.
Missy, you're voting for Megan if she makes the final?
I'm leaning that way, but I'll hear the speeches first.
What's your thinking?
He likes her.
She takes care of him, right?
I'm impressed how she's maneuvered this, though.
He thinks he'd be a better father to their children.
Ready, aim, fire. Megan for the win, no. It's 2-0 Megan. She's 1 away from the final 3.
I'm gonna control the controllables. This is a game, like everything is gonna be fine.
I can feel it down in my toes, up to my brain. I'm going to the final 3.
Ready, aim, fire. Megan for the win, and she does it.
Fuck all you guys! Fuck everybody!
Holy shit. Holy shit.
Wow, that was a pretty fast run from her.
Yeah, that was.
That was pretty fucking impressive. Sure was.
$1 million.
Who was she saying fuck you?
I don't know. I don't know.
And we will see her at Tribal Council. Mubi, thank you very much. But your time here is done. You will sit on the
Fuck you and
council
us.
and you will have a vote.
I kicked Mubi's ass, respectfully. Megan literally hit all 3, like it wasn't even like I was close. It was supposed to be me, Dave, and Rhea in the final 3, and I blew it, which is so annoying because it's like I couldn't do the challenge, but fuck, it would have been really fucking cool if I won.
Megan into the final 3. 1-3 shot at $250,000, as well as Dave, Andrea, Mubi. Tough end. You made it far, and your first like big, wide-ranging Barstool thing. Pretty impressive. Survived the chaos for a while, but you will be the final member of the jury. A jury of a lot of people you all voted out. Some people showed some fingers. Some people had some words to share. Some people are your friends. You, Megan, Dave, and Rio will have a chance to talk to them later, and then they will have a speech, hopefully some questions as well, if you don't have a great speech prepared, and figure out who you want to vote for right down here to win $250,000. We'll see you back here later today for the final time as we vote on who's going to win Surviving Barstool.
It feels fucking amazing. I've had nobody the last couple of days. I did this all my fucking self. Nobody else fucking helped me. I did this shit. Me. 3 out of 5 immunity challenges singularly won by me. It feels amazing to be in the top 3. My chances of winning the whole thing, I'm 50-50. Rhea played one hell of a game. I've said it all week. That's who I've been worried about. And may the best girl win. Or guy. But I don't think anyone's voting for Dave.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. I think she just blacked out. I was like, is she saying fuck you to us? Like, I don't think Megan really deserves to win. I mean, she got those challenges, but she could maybe win. I didn't really think, like, if people vote for me and me and Rhea split, hopefully that doesn't happen. They are gonna come at me with great guns. I do like these shoes. What a long week. I mean, I got 4 houses. 3 of them I would say qualify as mansions. Most expensive house ever sold in the history of Massachusetts. Montauk is maybe a nicer house. Miami. Saratoga's not built. Spent a week in a square, a gaming square.
Megan's got a shot.
I like the idea of those two secret alliance all the time, and this fucking dummy comes in and just wins it, and just takes their money away.
Yeah, I do like that, but I also like the idea of like everyone did something 5 months in advance, and it was never fair to begin with. So fuck everybody. Dave gets it. And I think Dave actually played the best game from as far as this season.
I'm open.
Are you now?
I like the idea that those two little popular kids had their little plan together and she crashed it.
Yeah, I don't hate that. That's not a bad narrative. Maybe on regular Survivor you reward loyalty, but here you gotta reward the backstab.
Feeling good, but, you know, nervous at the same time. It's a big deal.
You're gonna hate this.
Yeah.
The more that you try to tell these guys what to do, the more
No,
that
I know.
they're
Well, that's why I
gonna
haven't
be.
really said much today. I'm
The
like,
more
I
they're
can't say
gonna
anything
be
today. Well,
against it.
her bringing Dave to the end, I wish that she didn't do. I cannot comprehend anyone wanting to vote for Dave or anybody being mad at Rhea for bringing Dave as like.
No one's mad at her. They're
they're
evaluating that.
clearly mad. Like people are clear. Like the way that people are talking as if she's like a fucking idiot is insane to me. Anyone who votes for Dave, I think it's like you might as well light your vote on fire. It's dumb as fuck. So dumb.
If she had gotten rid of Dave, they would have respected her.
Right now, I'm not feeling like super great about my chances. I feel like I pissed a lot of people off. It's tough playing a game with people you know like this. And I had fun, but man, I'm emotionally drained. Now I just gotta give a speech of a lifetime out there. I'll just get shit off my chest, and if that's it and nobody votes for me, at least I got stuff off my chest, you know? Crazy.
Did you think this was possible?
No, not at all. Not at all. No.
Coming into this, I think that I would make it to the final three with the enormous personalities that we had. Absolutely not. My gameplay might not have been very ruthless. I'm not really a mean person. Dave and Rhea, they burned a lot of bridges with their teammates to get here, and I didn't necessarily do that.
How do you expect the jury to react?
I don't know. What I'm really hoping is that Dave goes first and pisses everybody off.
I said, Dave, there's no way you'll make it to this point. It's too hard, too difficult. They're not gonna let the big boss get here. No shot. But here I am. Looking at all your beautiful faces, I wish it could be you. No, wrong. Never let the man with the most zeros in his bank account get to the finals. No way. How would you ever let me get this far? And I orchestrated one hit after another. Hey, Taylor Lewan, it's you. Hey, Kirk, it's you. Will, the former champ, bye-bye. A tour de force. This may be my greatest win. Thank you. There it is. That's it. Good. Anything else? What do you think? We need more? Did I nail it?
This whole experience was absolutely incredible, fun, great, scary, nerve-wracking, and to win this game for myself would mean the entire world.
Why do I want to win? Is that even a fucking question? It's $250,000. I want to win it for me, for my family.
The money means nothing to me. It's $250,000. It's irrelevant. This game can tear people apart, and then we gotta go work with them. That's my weakness in this game. That it's like, would I have turned on Rhea? No. I don't want to worry about chicks in the office canceling the next day. So it's hard, but I love playing it. I love it.
He's wearing a Compton jersey. He's wearing a fucking Compton jersey.
He's got to have your vote now. He's got to have your vote.
He knows
He owns you.
He knows he owns you.
Look at him trying not to laugh, that piece of shit.
I think he took that down from the museum.
Final three: Dave, Rhea, Megan. Megan won in the duel. Rhea won immunity in the last immunity challenge. Dave, chosen by Rhea to sit here today. Jury, welcome back. Been living in the house, chatting, hanging out, having a good time. You will vote on which of these three people wins this game. All right, immunity necklace. Worth noting, Rhea did win final immunity. Megan beat Mooby in the duel. It is done and gone because the next thing we hand out is this. $250,000 in cash. They have all of the power. Here's how this will work. You will stand up one by one. We will start with Megan, followed by Dave, and then Rhea over here. You will then go up in order of elimination, starting with Mincy, ending with Movie. You will either give a speech, ask questions, or do both. After that, they will have a closing statement, and then you will go and vote. All right, Megan, you're up first.
Jury, I've come to you today to state why you should all vote for me to win the $250,000. Coming to this competition, I had no clue how long I would last. They're professional athletes, hosts of very successful podcasts, survivor savants, my boss, and of course, my good friend Ben Mintz. 7 days I've made it in this office and I played my heart out. I came into this thinking that I had a few alliances. I think you know who you are. And I slowly realized that I pretty much was on my own, with basically nobody to trust. So I did what I do best. Nice as I can, I played to win every challenge, I left it all on the turf, and I was true to me as much as I possibly could. On the other hand, Dave, Rhea, and Mubi were all together since day one, and all of us allowed potentially those three to get in the final three. We all did this. I have had no help since the Pink Wedding. I've had no allies, and I've won 3, let's count 3, out of 5 singular immunity challenges. Wasn't carried. I did it myself. I might not have the resume all of you are looking for, with tons of murders, big moves, and backstabs. But what I do have is 3 big wins when nobody was rooting for me, and I had no allies. So congrats to Dave and Rhea. They played a wonderful game, and they did it together the entire fucking time. And if game truly respects game, then you, the jury, should vote me to be the new fucking champion of this season of Surviving Barstool.
Thank you, Megan.
I'll stand up to that. I'll stand up to that. I'll fucking stand up to that. I'm not expecting everybody to stand up. I'm standing up. I'm standing up.
Dave, you're up next.
Now, when we entered this, I thought to myself, Dave, you're the boss of all these people. They're your friends, your colleagues, alpha after alpha after alpha, smart, cunning. No way you'll make it to the final 3. If you can just get to the final 3, when they write your name in the history books, it may be one of your greatest accomplishments. And here I am, and it's a little bit empty. It's a little bit empty. It wasn't giving me what I thought it would. It's like, man, I thought I'd be top of the world. I was wrong. An unnamed player played football at Nebraska. I'm not gonna say who it is. But when Rhea showed me this text from this unnamed person, hey Rhea, if you don't slit Dave's throat, I'm gonna turn the whole house against you. I said, my God, was this the Pink Wedding? The greatest reality show episode that'll ever air? That one man had a maestro stick, waving and watching and telling, first you, then you, then you, putting the holster back in my gun. Absolute Beethoven, Mozart, Picasso, you name it. They've never had a better game. And I love Rhea, but there was only one person who orchestrated the Pink Wedding, and it's me. And if you want to go look back when Rhea pulled her idol out and had 0 votes on her, I knew every vote before it was happening. I told Taylor the votes before it was happening. And by the way, every time somebody said, let's get Taylor, I said, this guy. Because I thought he was aligned to everybody. And every time his name got mentioned, everyone came to his defense. I didn't know the alliances, but I knew if we were gonna make you guys crumble, and it was rubble. Once we took out those 3 alphas, game over. I said, this thing's donezo. Rico talking to Kirk, I already suspected. I broke the old dog and put him against, and then chaos ensued. Rhea played great. I'm nowhere near here without her. But it doesn't even matter, because when one of the great guys
And he's a great, I'm not gonna say who it is, 10-year vet. When he broke and sent that text, I had no idea how mad he was till I saw that. And only then was I like, Dave, you did it. I couldn't have been more elated. And not only that, he reaches out to Rhea's fiance, who I've always been a massive fan of, calls Marty mush and says, Marty, you better get this guy out or I'm turning the whole house against you. This guy lied
I would do
about
it again. I would do it again.
What an absolute...
I still don't know what the is going on.
And that's the beauty.
What is happening?
During the pink wedding, I was looking at Biz saying, shake hands, we're together now. They're turning on each other. And I said, I'll march arm in arm with number 51, I'm not sure who it is, midfield, me and you. I've never seen him this beaten, this broken. He thought Rhea was in his back pocket the entire time. When I found out this guy was that broken and heard the chaos going on at the house, I had already won. Thank you very much.
Dave?
Thank you, Dave.
The text didn't say that.
Huh?
The text did not say exactly that.
He saw the exact.
I'll be able to explain it.
Will Compton will have his time. She knows.
I never said it was Will.
True. All right, Rhea.
All right. Hello, everybody. Nice to see you all. I guess I'll start off by saying today's actually a big day for me. It's my 8-year anniversary at Barstool Sports. I'm going to keep my resume on that short because this is about the game. I was the first girl in New York City. I was helping the first female brand at Barstool be built, and I've done that in the last 8 years. Surviving the last 8 years at Barstool brought me to this moment. I have had a lot of ups and a lot of downs, specifically with the person next to me. We both know that. People are wondering, why did Rhea bring Dave? Why would she bring Dave? Honestly, the play there was simple. I think you guys maybe not know my background too much if you haven't been around. Dave and I, a lot of up and downs.
Jackpot.
Really
I'm just apologize.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
He's so rich. In my head, I thought if I take him to the end, there's no way they'll vote for him. If you guys thought that this man was gonna save me the entire time, you are absolutely nuts. I saved him every single time someone said his name because I wanted to bring him to the end because I thought, who's gonna vote for him? We were in the tribe right at the beginning. I said, okay, I'm gonna lock in. I'm gonna do this with Dave. Hopefully he sticks by me. I put my trust in that. Then when we merged tribes, I somehow ended up with Dave on my side again, and I said, I'm locking in with him until the end. Dave wanted Mooby to join. I said, all right. But there's one person I talked to before this game, Will Compton, and he wanted an alliance with me, and I said, let's do it. He's the champion. I want to learn from the best.
Ooh.
I said, when I go into this, though, I have to remember Will Compton won. He won this game. If he makes it far again, he could win this game again. But I said, let me see if he's on my tribe, and I'll lock in with Will. Will wasn't on my tribe. You put my brain in an absolute blender yesterday. Full on panic. I was like, I don't know if I should say it. I don't know if I don't say it. Everybody hates me. I'm not putting Dave in. There's one more person that moves me along to another person who reached out to me before this game. That is Big Cat. Big Cat reached out to me. He said, nobody will suspect us. I said to myself, all right, I'm not going to tell him about Will. I said, I'm going to wait till I get to the tribes and see what happens. I followed when me and Big Cat got on the same tribe. I followed everything. He followed me. He knew that if I wanted him out, I was going to get him out. People wanted him out. I could have took him out. So I listened to him. Until yesterday, he pissed me off. He pissed me off really bad. He started sending me texts, telling me what to do, threatening my final vote. If you don't do this, if you don't do that. Will did it and you did it. Both of you did. Yes, you did. Both of you did it. I have the text. And I followed what he said. He got out. And last night I thought to myself, I am so sick of this guy mentally with me before the game. And now I stayed with him throughout this entire game. I wasn't going to do anything to him. And now I feel like he with me again. And I'm tired of it. He's with me before. He's with my soon-to-be husband. I'm just done with it. I'm done with it. Will, I had your lines, I had your lines. You both texted me things. I said it, and I put you both on blast, and that's that. When it comes to my resume of what I've done this game, I won 2 solo immunity challenges. I won the final 4. I locked in. Unfortunately, my second tribe, we didn't have a chance winning challenges, but I didn't lose those challenges, okay? Dave a little bit, lost, it was bad, it was bad. But it takes a lot to survive that game with people constantly voting people out. The other tribe didn't have to worry about being voted out. They got to the end because they weren't being voted out. I had to survive, and that is exactly what I did to get to this spot. So I undoubtedly played the best game here, socially, mentally, and the challenges. And I know you were upset with me yesterday, but it would be poetic if my jersey was hanging up in the rafters with you, because it's right next to me right now. I'll end with that.
Thank you, Rhea. All right, Mincy, you as the first person voted out of the show.
Go, Mincy.
Will be the first to get up. Reminder, speech or questions or both, up to you, but this is your moment now to have a mark on who wins this money. Go ahead, Mincy.
And just stand here and then I can ask her about it.
Mincy, I'm honestly gonna say, you do whatever the fuck you want to do.
All right. Do I need to look at the camera? Look, doesn't matter.
Look, Mincy, I'm gonna let Mincy be Mincy.
All right, look, I'll skip the preambles.
Good.
I got added to this on the Tuesday before it. I was the #1 alternate for like 3 months on the Unnamed show. Every week was like, hey, if there's one more spot that comes up, it's Mincy, even though I'd hate to give it to him from Dave. So, and then I came into the show when Dave had me on. I debated, do I watch all the old ones? Do I do prep or whatever? And I was like, no. He invited me to be the character I am on the show. We're just gonna go in, fake it till we make it. I had an awesome time though. That was gonna say this.
So this is a Mincy speech.
I'm about to get to.
You said you were skipping the preamble. I think we are in a preamble.
Okay. Well, anyway, the point is, this is fun as shit. Especially watching Dave Portnoy string us along like all the puppets that we are in this company. Shout out Megan. I completely agree with her. Winning the 3 immunity challenges was freaking unbelievable. Without the alliances, obviously we go far back before Barstool. The Dave thing was just epic to watch, though. I mean, just the way he played everybody. He was just stringing it, just wiping everybody out in the house. Just watching him just do it was something to watch. And then Rhea played an incredible game. So all 3 are deserving champions. It was cool to be a part of. And once again, just the biggest highlight to me was watching what Dave just did to all his employees. That's it.
Great speech.
Thank you to Mincy for the recap of surviving Barstool. Chris Clemmer.
Get ready for this.
Clemmer, super fan of Survivor. This is a big moment for you.
Sure. Yeah, I just have some questions for you guys. First off, what was the greatest strategy decision you made on your own, starting with Megan?
I would say that during the Pink Wedding, when I decided to not listen to Kirk and vote Rico, which switched things up quite a bit at that wedding, I think that was probably my best play, because that's whenever I decided that I'm no longer going to let my strings be pulled and this is my game and that's how I'm going to play it.
Okay. Rhea and Dave, question for you two. Who is most responsible for bringing movies so far?
Me.
Okay, and why? What was the mindset?
I'm trying to put together a cast where we have the most diverse audiences, biggest people. I also knew Mubi didn't know anybody really. So when I invited her, I'm like, me and you alliance, right? I was just never gonna turn on her. It's like her first experience with the company, but I was gonna die before turning on Mubi.
Do you think that gives you an unfair advantage in this game against other people?
What?
Being able to call someone, tell them on the show, and then align with them instantly?
What?
You call Mubi on the phone and put her on the show, and then you align with her. Does that give you unfair advantage over other people?
No, I texted her. I'm like, do you want to do Survivor? And then she's like, yeah, it's like alliance.
Okay. You don't think that's an unfair advantage?
No, I think anyone can talk to anyone.
Okay. Rhea, my last question for you is...
That's a moronic question. What an idiot.
Okay.
Stay strong, Clem.
Unfair advantage, forming an alliance?
You can call me anything, like 40 minutes after I vote. Might make more sense.
Well, it's my money, so.
Exactly right. Rhea, we knew in the house about the will stuff after the fact. You said some text with Dan, I don't think any of us knew anything about this.
Not after the fact. Only when I was.
I guess
still
if you
in
could
the
just
game.
explain that further.
Not after the fact.
I will explain it further.
Yeah.
So Dan reached out to me prior to the show. He said no one would expect us working together. I thought that's genius. No one would expect us to work together because, quite frankly, I don't really fuck with Dan. He doesn't fuck with me. That's that. Big Cat tried fucking with me the last day before he left about the yes, you did. About the final vote, threatening that he wouldn't vote for me in the end if I didn't do certain things. He wanted to be gone. He wanted to be gone.
I didn't threaten you. I was still in the game. I never texted anyone.
I told everyone he wanted. I told you all he'd want to be gone.
It's okay. Everybody was.
I never texted anyone after I left the game.
Not after. No, not after.
So I want that clear. I did not.
Yeah, he didn't text me after.
No, I mean it was part of the game that I obviously.
Right. He did not text me after.
He's a great guy. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
He's a great guy.
He did not text me after.
No.
He texted
and I didn't
me
mean to. I
before
wasn't
he
trying
left.
to fuck with you.
And
I was still playing the game.
He was saying to me I want to be gone. I want to be gone.
Yep.
And in my head, I'm like, I'm aligned with you. How am I supposed to vote you out now? Now, it's gonna look like I backstab you.
No, it doesn't.
And then he's like, well, if it looks like you backstab me, you're not gonna have my final vote. So I'm like, you wanna be out, but you also,
That's not
yes,
what
it is.
I
we
said,
have
I
the
said
text.
we can make it look like you're not back.
Yeah, and I'm getting there. I'm still getting there. Let me talk. I'm still getting there.
All right.
Then he said, if you come to me on camera and say, I'm writing your name down, it won't look like you backstabbed me, and then maybe you'll have my final vote. Yes, 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 let me keep going.
All right.
Stop.
All right.
Then he said, maybe you'll have my final vote. And then he said, if Dave votes Megan or Rico out, you will not get my final vote. And I said to him, stop doing this to me. I've listened to you through this game. I carried you through this game. And now you're gonna threaten that you're not gonna vote me in the final if I don't listen to exactly what you want, just like everybody at this company does? I'm done with it. Mentally, before this, I've been with. I really have. I've been through so much at this place. I didn't want to cry because I don't want pity votes at all. I genuinely played the best game for myself to get to this position, and that is exactly what I did. And I've survived Barstool for 8 years, and I'm done being pushed around by people at this company when I've worked so hard. I really have, and if you know any backstory, then you know that. That's it.
Thank you, guys. Congratulations. You guys did a great job.
Thank you, Clemmer. Appreciate the good questions, Clemmer. Thank you. Next up.
Yeah. To me, it was dumb.
Thank you so much to everyone who put this show on. Incredible. Had a blast. And when I started reading Barstool Sports and I saw Dave Portnoy originally, I said, this guy's pretty funny. And you know what's so funny? Is he just tortures the people he works with. And he's mean, and he's a prick, but he's funny. And I always found it very funny that his dream and his goal was for the people who worked for him to despise each other. It was quite evident a long time ago. And it brings us to today. And this man's magnum opus, I don't even know the correct word, his masterpiece. Because he owns all of you. And he tells you whatever to do. And you all do it, and you always will. And now he has half of you hating each other. And look at him. He did it. It was all led up to this. And the game, it's a rigged game. He's got contracts finishing and ending as the show, right as the show ends. He's got people, he's got Rico. He owns this guy. He owns him. And he's got Dan. And he owns him. He owns him. It doesn't matter how big you are up in this company and how small you are. He owns you all. That's the problem with this game. This man running this game and running all your lives. Great game, you three. Great game, you three. Great game, Dave. You.
Okay, thank you, Whitney. Next up, fourth out, Francis.
To Whit's point, if you think this game wasn't influenced by outside factors or bent rules, try this on for size. I have been lobbying Dave for a contract renewal for months. My contract expired 2 weeks ago, I've been floating in the wind coming into this game with no job security. My last day in the game, I know I'm going home. I hand Dave my immunity idol. I get voted off. I'm handed my phone. The first email in my inbox is a brand new contract.
Oh my
I'm not kidding at all.
Oh my God.
So I appreciate it, Dave. I took a brief glance at it. Everything looked pretty good, except I'll be honest, the numbers were a little fuzzy due to the concussion I sustained at the hands of Paul Biz Nasty Bissonette, former NHL enforcer. Biz, that was humbling. I've never been beaten up by a kind before.
Oh yeah.
This game was comprised of two different players, the monsters and the victims, and then I guess whatever Clemmer was, some sort of super fan who still believes in things like rules. 2 days ago, when we were in the house, we were out shooting hoops and a basketball bounced off the rim and hit me in the head, where I kind of lost it again, and I was brought to an emergency room in Chicago, which was packed with prisoners. They were chained to their hospital beds and screaming the most vile, horrific shit I've ever heard in my life. And it was still better than being at the house with Clemmer.
I second that.
I'd rather play Russian roulette with a gun loaded by Kirk than spend one more second being screamed at by Clemmer about how my best path to victory was to align with him, Arian Foster, and White Sox Dave.
I still stand by it. What do you got in these guys? They're ruthless.
What a murderer's row of winners we would have been. Kelly thinks the contract thing, by the way, is a coincidence. Okay, Kelly. Okay. And Taylor and Travis's relationship is genuinely built on love and trust. And Big Cat is going to be able to recover his friendships with all these guys he burned. Yeah, okay. Okay. Holy shit, Big Cat. What a professional mistake that was. I can't believe you did that. Oh my God. Let me start by saying, huge fan. I have so much respect for you. Second only to Dave, I would say you are the most responsible person for me continuing to be employed at this company. But my God, before you got to the house, the things people were saying about you, oh my God, it was terrible.
Get the play it off music going. I get the
I trust
Emmy
you.
music going, and you still don't know when to cut it off. You had it at the top.
They'll cut a lot of this.
No, I mean, we're bored.
Well, anyway, that's my speech. Appreciate you all. In all seriousness, very impressed, and good luck to you guys. Yeah, that's all. Thanks.
Thanks, Francis.
Thank you, Francis. Next up, fifth out.
I have one question. I'm just going to go down. I have one question each for each of you to help me better make up my mind, because I think at this point, legitimately, all three of you guys have a real legitimate shot to win this. And there's a lot of discussion. We don't know exactly what's going to happen. But coming into this, I was excited. I thought that I was going to be part of the game just like Survivor. But I didn't realize until halfway through, this is scumbag Survivor. Everybody down the line and everybody here has played an absolute disgusting scumbag game. And all the way at the house, all of us are like divorced wives, drinking red wine, smoking cigarettes, and you the entire time. But it's because you guys all played a better game than us. And any of us would have stabbed people in the back the same way that you guys stabbed people in the back. So have to applaud you guys all for playing a sick game. Megan, my question for you is, we've seen a lot of giggling, we've seen a lot of tears, but I want to know, what's your most ruthless moment that you've had in this game?
I really haven't had a ton of ruthless moments, because if I'm going to be honest, no one would have given me a chance to fucking do it. No one thinks I'm smart enough. No one thinks I'm capable. No one gave me a shot to really be my ally. I talked to a couple people before the game that I thought were my allies. One was out very early. The other one was working with other people all along. My thing is I didn't need to be ruthless, because I didn't have anyone to be ruthless to. I didn't have anyone to stab in the back, because I didn't have anyone to fucking start with, Ron.
Fair. Rhea, I think that you played an awesome game. You might have made a small miscalculation in thinking that nobody on the jury will vote for Dave. And I think that colored your game in a lot of big ways. But at the end, we can't tell who was responsible for all of the moves. Was it Dave or was it you? And I think everybody at the house was looking for you to cut Dave's throat at the end and say, I was the one who was in charge of this game. And I think that could have been a small miscalculation on your part. At Francis's elimination, when you had everybody, all your ducks in a row, I thought the vote was on Mubi, but really you guys had orchestrated a scenario where, at best, I would be going home and Francis would have flushed his idol.
To be truthful, I saw you as a humongous threat in this game. You're extremely smart. You know how to play people. You're a battle rapper. In my head, even though I told you I would be very happy for you if you won because I've known you for 8 years now, I was like, Roan's the biggest threat here. Francis is a big threat here. Mubi, to me, wasn't a huge threat. So I thought, if she gets to the end with me, then she's not really building a resume here. You were a huge threat. The reason that I told Francis so hard, do not play that idol, was because I was hoping by saving you the next challenge, we could possibly win and then you'd be in the merge and then you could just fucking go against all of us. That was my save to you, where I tried really hard, but you're a humongous threat. And so had to do it.
Fair answer. Happy to hear you guys talk. And Dave, I think that it was clear that your biggest strength in the game was the fact that you signed the back of everybody's checks. It's the fact that we're basically watching Ryan Seacrest win American Idol if you win in this circumstance. But then I thought more about it, and that's not who you are. And I was like, what does Dave compare to? And then I remembered these videos of Manny Pacquiao playing basketball against a bunch of overweight, sweaty Filipinos, driving to the cup and scoring easily while they all applauded Manny Pacquiao, how good of a job he did. And I thought about Vladimir Putin playing hockey, firing meatballs on the net, and everyone's like, wow, Vladimir Putin, you scored 10 goals. And then I think about Kim Jong-un playing golf, hitting hole-in-one after hole-in-one. And I realized that the worst thing is Kim Jong-un actually thinks he's good at golf. So my question for you is, if you win the $250,000, will you even realize when it hits your bank account?
I will think, even I would be amazed if I did it, but I don't think it's because it's given to me. I think if you truth serumed, everyone, you included, looking in a mirror like, are we afraid of Dave? No, that's not how the company works. Will I realize it's in my bank account or out of my bank account because of how much money I have? No.
And that's why you're getting my vote.
Next up, Taylor Lewan voted out 6th, the first person voted out at the Pink Wedding.
Truly miscalculated everything about this game. It was insane. I really thought, I was like, man, if I just align with the girls and just get out the big dogs early, I could slit your throat and then your throat too, Dan. That was my only goal in this game. Was played like a puppet. So bravo to all of you. Amazing. Seriously, it was awesome. Megan, you said you tried to win every single challenge.
Yep.
And the second challenge where we were pulling the rope and the blocks were assembled and Kelly ended up putting the puzzle together late.
Yeah.
Every person that was on that team told me that you and a couple other people are under the understanding that you should throw that game to get me out. Is that true?
I was not going to throw a game, no. You can ask everyone that's on my team. I was not trying to throw any challenges. It's bad for business.
No. I mean,
I didn't try to throw that challenge.
I don't think that you
didn't
slowed it up. You knew that what we were doing, though. You knew that we were trying to get Taylor out and we needed to lose the challenge. We all kind of, you, me, Rico, and Kirk, like winked at each other before it.
100%, because Taylor had put my name out the day before whenever I found them in the
bathroom.
But
so then I think it's fair to say that you weren't like trying your very hardest until the end when we were. We were trying our hardest.
Hand to God, I was not trying. I thought we were trying to throw the next challenge with the balls that we weren't in.
Okay.
I did not think we were throwing that challenge.
We definitely were. That one was for sure, But
that did not reach me. I did not try to throw that challenge. I didn't try to throw any challenges at all.
You just said that you tried to throw that.
No, I'm saying, but they were going to throw the next challenge.
You knew what we were
doing.
Hold
on, let me just blanket statement. Were we thinking at any point that you guys were going to throw a challenge?
We thought,
okay.
Yes,
That's
we were working on trying to throw a challenge because, again, you are a humongous threat
the
in the
answer
game.
is yes.
Taylor, the only reason why I put out your name is because, again, I heard that you said my name whenever I went into the bathroom, so I automatically felt like there was a target on my back. You're obviously humongous and can do everything, so you are a humongous target for my team. So yeah.
Honestly, the compliment diffused me. Like immediately when you said that.
You are. You're amazing at everything.
Got my vote now. That was incredible. No, but Scumbag Survivor, I think you guys did a great job. The three of you did a great job being scumbags, but the only person that outdid you was Dan. I think Dan did a good job of showing his true colors through this whole thing. So yeah, good job, guys. Incredible. The webs, Dave, I wanted to kill you so bad. I wanted to slit your throat so bad, and it makes me sick that I'm sitting over here. Appreciate you guys.
Second person voted out at the Pink Wedding was Kirk Minahan. Kirk, you're up next.
Okay.
Why would you want to leave yesterday?
I was mentally, physically cooked.
What you knew was everyone hated you. You wanted to get
I knew everyone hated me.
moment. You knew everybody hated you. You wanted to rally back and save face.
No.
Because all you want to do is be liked and cover your ass
No,
because you're a sensitive.
all right.
That's why. So when Rhea said that everyone would be surprised that Dan did that to you, you guys met at the Alliance, I wasn't, because this guy wants you to like him in some way. Dan's whole life is wanting people to like him, to manipulate people to be on his side. If a Minifan tweets his name, he reaches out to him in DM 4 minutes later and says, please like me, delete the tweet. They send it to me, we laugh behind his back, and then we just continue to go through life because it's easier having this guy kind of on your side than not. Those days are over. The tide is open and we're good. The only Dan wants people more other than to like him is not to know he's from Massachusetts. I mean, that's it. I had a nice 15-minute conversation with somebody I went to high school with the other day who told me in full how happy Dan was when the Patriots won the Super Bowl in 2001. Just want that on the record. In full. Shea Kelly, remember him?
No.
Okay, we had a nice conversation. So there you go. So when you said you ruined your life a couple of years ago, you did. By the way, I was on your side on that one, just for the record. I'm sorry you went through that. You know, this guy wakes up one day and has this guy move his desk in an office and shits on him all over America. That's an asshole. That's a bad guy right there. So everybody thinks he's a good guy, and when we all leave here tomorrow or today, we all get out of here, they rip the grass out of here, and it's fun time at the Yak again. He'll be surrounded with his sycophants, them off and telling them, Dan, Kirk Minahan's a real asshole. He's a prick. You're great. What can we do for you next, Dan? Can we bob for apples? Can we run around the building? Can we go camping? Will you buy us blizzards? Donuts? How big can Joe Buck's head get? Oh, that tweet is so funny, Dan. So funny every time. Just know they all feel exactly the way I feel. Exactly the way I feel.
I don't. I do not.
Well, that's persevere. I understand why you have to do it. He makes money for you, so I do understand that. I just have a couple of questions for you guys. Megan, you said you did nothing strategy-wise, and you didn't make any big moves. So other than winning the 3 competitions, which is noble, why should I vote for you if you didn't play the game at all other than the actual competition?
Because I did play the game, Kurt.
But you said you didn't do anything else.
I mean, I didn't make any big moves. I didn't stab anybody.
Give me a little move you made.
In the back.
Oh, a medium move. You didn't make any big moves. How about a medium move?
I think whenever you told me straight up that you would ruin my life,
Yeah.
and that if I didn't do exactly what you said and I didn't do it, I felt like that's a pretty big move, knowing for a
What
fact
did that lead to?
it
To
led
you being
to-
by yourself,
It led,
right?
it led to
Well,
me
led to
being
you
by
being the
myself.
finishing
It
third
led
place.
to me being by myself, and then once I got by myself, I proved that I didn't need anybody else, and that was my big move.
Okay.
I fucking won all of the challenge, 3 out of 5. That was me. I didn't get carried. Nothing like that. I made it here because of what I did, not because of what everyone else did.
Okay, I'm still confused. So would you say of the two of you that she ran you or you ran her? Because you said you ran the ship, but she said she ran the ship. So
No,
I think that's
I said
my
I
one.
ran the pink wedding.
Okay, so which I agree. I was in the room for that, obviously. And I
Yeah,
got eliminated. for
And,
that.
and
So-
then I'd
so
say
you said
it was collaborative, but she was the leader. I mean, she approached me for the.
she did more than you did overall.
It was pretty collaborative. I would go like 60-40 her. She's the
So
one
she
who
did more
like,
than you
approached
did.
it. Yeah.
Okay, I'm good.
Thank you, Kirk. Last person eliminated at that pink wedding they just mentioned is our reigning champion, Will Compton.
This game is fucking chaos. To know Dave has pulled every fucking string. Moves. Great call. Young audience, massive audience. We need them watch until the end. I think she even said at one point, I cannot cross Dave. Like I
Disobey.
Yeah, I cannot disobey Dave. Masterclass. Rico gave you a necklace, and I'm telling him, don't do it. Don't fucking. Francis.
I was already covered.
Had a contract up. Everybody else might not know, but in my twisted head, I'm like, he knew it. And you got out the boys, and we thought we might have an alliance.
We did.
And I came to this
We
game.
did.
I knew I was the winner. I knew I was a target. I tried to lower my target. It was tough. You did a great job keeping me the superior the whole time. And I knew it was happening. And then I learned on the way out. And by the way, anybody who's naive enough to think that people aren't texting after the game, you're out of your mind. This game knows no boundaries. This company knows no boundaries. And when I knew you were going around saying we're in the middle of a contract negotiation with Bussin' with the Boys, imagine if they're wearing a different colored shirt than us and they're winning the money, I knew right there I had to get you, but you took my guys out one by one at that Pink Wedding. It was a masterclass.
Tell him, Will.
It was a masterclass.
We're gonna get that 250.
And I knew it. I said going on the way out of my confessional, I wanted to get him. I wanted you so bad. Rhea, I was aligned with you. When I walked out of that game and my boys, Kirk and Taylor, were both gone, and I said out loud, go win this thing, you know who I'm talking about. I was talking to you because you were my secret alliance to the end. And knowing that he still fucking got me, and again, masterclass. I thought to myself, I went out swinging, and even though I'm dead, I'm still trying to come for you. And so I texted you, and the text didn't say the house was against you.
No, so you had to
My
cut
text
my
said,
throat.
I said, I'm telling you right now, if you want to win this house over, you got to cut Dave's throat. Because we all sat in the house, and I was feeling it out, and everybody was talking about this puppet show that you put on, and it's beautiful. And I'm sitting there, I said, wait till these speeches, we don't know how they're going to lay out, because Rhea's had the respect around the entire time. There's been this floating that Rhea's kind of puppet mastering the whole thing. We don't know how, we don't know why. Let's wait till the speeches because she might be able to explain it. And when I felt, yeah, but you got to think Dave, you got to think Dave. That's when I texted you because I got the vibe of the house. You got to fucking gut Dave if you want to win this house over. Not everybody hates you. Everybody just knew that he was the puppet master the whole time. And
He wasn't, though.
Megan, I'll say this. You might have fucking won me over with the speaking right now because I think you're crushing it, but I hope you win because Bussin' with the Boys' price tag just went up and you're gonna need that $250.
Talented. Let him fucking know. We're gonna be so rich, Will.
I told you.
We're gonna make so much money,
I tried
Will.
to save you, boy. I told him, I go, I looked, I go, and I said, that, they're all.
Masterclass, Dave. Masterclass.
Biz made the merger.
Yeah, I'm pretty checked out at this point. Like it was a great experience, and there's like a lot going on right now. Congratulations to all you three. I think you each played your own individual game. There's zero personal issue I have with anyone here, I hope, and that's all I got. No questions. Thanks, love you guys. Love all
Thank you, Biz. Next up, 10th person eliminated, Big Cat. The time is yours.
All right, well, this has been fun for me. Last year when we did Surviving, I got voted out first, 3 hours into the game. I think a lot of people were like, you weren't even trying. This year, my whole goal was to try as hard as I could. I just wanted on the record that I did not text Rhea after I left the game. My last text to her was, you 100% have my vote. We had a strong alliance. I thought that was the right play. I'm a man of my word. I wanted out because I thought I could play the game. I thought I was gonna be good at the game. The game mentally just broke me down. And you guys all played great. And yeah, Surviving, a lot of fun.
Thank you, Big Cat.
Sit down.
11th out, Kelly Keeks.
Oh my God. Apologies to everyone that I screwed over or lied to so directly, and I'm also sorry that nobody knows that I'm a really good liar. That's just kind of the thing. Definitely worked in my benefit. The entire time I just kept saying, like, when are they gonna figure out that I'm a bitch? People know that about me, but a lot of people here don't, so it really helped me get as far as I could. I think that each of you played an incredible game. Well, Dave, not so much, to be honest. I think you got carried by Rhea for sure. Megan, I think you did the best you could. I think that your individual challenges were fantastic, and I'm proud of you for doing that. I think you definitely, slid through to that point. So as far as game goes, as a person who respects game, I don't respect that part of the game, but the rest of it, you really crushed it. So I'm proud of you. Rhea, I have been, since I got to the house yesterday, I came in on fire. I heard the text that was sent to you. I thought it was malicious intent. It seems like it wasn't, but to even send the text at all, I think is with you. We lived here for a week. It's a lot on your brain. It's a lot when people are meddling in the game when they're not supposed to be. And I think you did a awesome job. I think you aligned with the right people. You made the right moves. You did what you had to do. I'm so fucking proud of you. I think that you've been through more than probably anyone at this company. And I know that some people may think differently about it, but it's different for you. You started so young. You took everything on the chest. You did all that you could, and you fucking crushed it. You did what you needed to do. I'm so proud of you. I think anyone here, if you're really thinking about the game of Survivor and also surviving Barstool, the company in real life, Rhea deserves this vote. And that's it.
Thank you, Kelly. The 12th person out almost wasn't out. Rico Bosco, you're up.
Rhea, when we first got into a tribe, it seemed like me, you, and Dave were working together, and then later you were working with Mubi and Megan. Why was that?
Because we switched tribes. You weren't on my tribe anymore, and I just had to make a move. We didn't promise each other till the end, and we switched tribes.
Megan, everybody knows you're a beast at challenges. What was the best part of your game before the merge?
Before the merge, I think it was just listening to the people that were around me and making it through. Because again, if I was trying to be the head honcho, literally none of you guys would have listened to me. Maybe Mincy, maybe I would have gotten Mincy, but no one else would have listened to me. So what was the point of me trying to orchestrate anything? None of you would have listened to me. So there's no fucking point. So that's my answer for you, Rico.
Sure. Dave, would you say coming into the game, me, you, and Dan was a stronger alliance, or me, or you, Mubi, and Rhea?
Well, I didn't have an alliance with Rhea coming into the game. You know, I'll just tell the truth. Me and Dan had the alliance of get merged / Taylor Will out. That's what we agreed with. I want to fuck with you, Rico, like we always do. And so the early, it's like we can get you out at any point and create what I thought was great TV. As the game progressed, it changed, and then I was like trying to figure out how you could get here. But as the game progressed and things happened, it became real. You also were spying on me every 2 seconds in the beginning. I mean, I'd open a door and your face was there.
There was a nod and a smirk yes there. Just
I open a door, I open my drawers. He's in the drawer. I go in the closet. It's like, Rico, what are you doing? We're on a different tribe. You and Dan took a meeting. It was a lot.
Final person of the jury, Mubi.
Hello, everyone. I'm like, what a great intro to the company. Pretty lit. Rhea and Dave were my alliances. Alliance with Dave in the beginning to be smart. I know no one. I was just like, I gotta do what I gotta do. So that carried me through, definitely. Rhea coached me, and you guys both played great. All three of you played great. Megan.
That's what I'm talking about, guys. I got nobody. I'm on an island.
Rhea, thank you for coaching me. Dave, thanks for being an alliance. Megan killed the challenges. I didn't win a challenge, and I could have been up there, and she won them all, so great job.
Okay, thank you, jury. Appreciate that.
Thanks.
Everyone standing up. We will now do very quick closing statements. So Megan, you are up first. Final thoughts for everybody.
Final thoughts, I guess I've gone through everything already. Again, I played this game basically by myself. Yes, there was a couple people along the way that I thought were my friends or in my pocket or whatever, or my alliance. So again, I came in here trusting a bunch of dudes, which hand up, I do it all the time, around all men, constantly, all the time. And I ended up getting by a lot of you. And again, I'm right here and I did it myself. I did it myself. That's my closing statement.
Thank you, Megan. Dave, final thoughts.
This is just an ego thing for me, but I got a big fucking ego. So, you know, it'd be a crowning achievement. There was one move that decided the game. It was the Pink Wedding. That was where the game was decided, and that was the maestro. And then I went back into the shadows, and we went right in order. We didn't have one vote that I didn't know what it was cast the entire game. There was one winning move this entire game, and only one person out of 24 made it.
Thank you, Dave. Rhea.
So if you know anything about me, my past at this company, then you know going into this game that I didn't have anybody on my side. I didn't have anybody on my back. I took charge myself and I said, I am smart enough to play every single person in this game. I'm smart enough to play Dave. I'm smart enough to play Dan. I'm smart enough to play the winner, who I respect so much. But everybody knows that I had to push through for myself and say, everybody. What I've been through at this company. I love this company. I'm so loyal. I've been through so much of 8 years. And I did this myself as well. As much as everybody wants to say alliances help me, that's how you play the game. You align with people. You lie, you deceit. That's what Jeff said at the beginning of the game. I also won 2 immunity challenges on my own. So it wasn't an alliance that carried me through this game. My brain carried me through this game. My mentality carried me through this game. My social game carried me through this game. And for the people that are mad that I kept Dave around, Will, you even said it yourself. People are afraid of him. They all would have kept him too. They're mad that I did it. They're mad. Okay, besides, okay. But,
you the guy would have kept him around?
Okay, Clemmer would.
Hey, but you're not wrong about that.
Clemmer would have. Francis would have.
Look at these outfits.
He offered me alliance. I said, you right in your face at that Pink Whitney dinner.
I meant.
Clemmer also said he would, looking back on it, he would
All
never
right,
brought Dave.
guys, you know what I meant. Not everybody. Not the Rambo boys. Not those guys. They were not keeping.
It's a good movie.
They were not keeping Dave around. But other people who maybe want to act like they were mad, respect it. I ran it myself, and if you know what I've been through, you know that I did this myself. Nobody really wrote my name down during this game, but I'm feeling a little left out. So if you want to write my name down tonight, I'd love to see it.
Thank you, Rhea. This is what you're voting for. This money to go to either Megan, Rhea, or to stay in Dave's bank account. That is what the vote is for. All 13 of you will go up and vote for one of the three. You have to vote. You can't vote for anyone else, obviously. We will start off with Big Cat.
Do you hate me as much as you hate him?
Not at all.
Lawan, you are up.
I wish I knew more about Rhea's game because I really didn't fully follow what was going on.
Whitney, you're up next.
The past couple days, I've been like, it's Dave. I don't want to do it, but Dave played them all. Fuck him.
Seems like he just got to sit around and watch the chaos, and ultimately he always wins.
Kelly, you're up.
My girl, she deserves it more than anyone, and anyone who thinks otherwise is just honestly so fucking stupid, so.
Movie.
It was supposed to be me out there, but then after those speeches, I'm like, oh no, I could have done that.
Kirk, you're up next.
Kirk, very big head. Yeah, that was uncomfortable.
Rico, you're up next.
I could have been helped, but I wasn't.
Sorry, Kirk.
I hope you lose.
I wasn't expecting for your vote anyway.
No, I hate you.
Dave, you one last time.
Unbelievable game, just everything about it. Just so fun to be a part of. Where's my piece of paper?
It's right for you.
No, 50.
Pen's open.
Okay.
It's just right for the pen.
I wanted to know who was in charge of that duo, Rhea or Dave. And then Megan made an insane speech.
Final vote, the champ, Will Compton.
Going into this, I truly had no idea where I might go, but hearing the speeches, I think Megan has a very compelling argument. If I can still keep Dave from winning this fucking thing, I'll still keep fucking swinging.
All right, all votes have been cast, and for one final time, I will go tally them up. All right, welcome back. Final three, Dave, Rhea, Megan, and the jury. It's been a long few months since that wild finale. We're back here together in Chicago where we're gonna find out who becomes the fourth winner of Surviving Barstool, and we are not going to waste anybody's time. 13 votes, you wanna see your name on the paper. Here we go. First vote. Rhea. Second vote. Megan. Third vote. Megan. I wonder who smudged that. 2 votes Megan, 1 vote Rhea. Next vote. Rhea again. 2 votes Rhea, 2 votes Megan. Next vote. Dave with an exclamation point. Next vote. Dave. We're tied up. 2 votes Dave, 2 votes Rhea, 2 votes Megan. 6 votes at this point would get you the win. Next vote. Rhea. 3 votes Rhea, 2 votes Dave, 2 votes Megan. Next vote. Rhea. 4 votes Rhea, 2 votes Dave, 2 votes Megan. Next vote. Rhea again. 5 votes Rhea, 2 votes Megan, 2 votes Dave. The winner of Surviving Barstool Season 4, Rhea. Congratulations. You want to take the, this is not real money, but yes, this is it's the idea of it.
Thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate it.
Congratulations, Rhea. Fourth winner, you joined Tommy, Eddie, where is he? Will Compton. And now Rhea. Rhea, you played a pretty admitted ruthless game, start to finish. I mean, I don't think you have regrets you won, but are you happy with how it all played out, with your strategy, and how I guess maybe your relationships are now after this?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm, you know, I feel like I'm good with everybody here. I couldn't be more thankful that you guys voted for me. I feel so incredibly grateful. I know I'm about to be sappy for a second and then everyone's gonna like rip each other's throats out. But I know it was mentioned a ton in my speech and everything that I started working here when I was 19 and, you know, I didn't go to college and this was kind of like my growing up experience. And I think it's the coolest thing in the world that we get to work here and all the opportunities that we get at this place, including Surviving Barstool with all of you. Like I truly couldn't be more thankful and grateful to you guys for voting for me. And I came into this game feeling like I had to prove something to myself. And I thought everyone was gonna come in playing hard and playing dirty. Turns out I'm the dirtiest player in the game and I'm proud of it. So thank you guys.
We'll see the votes right now. Let's take a look at who voted for who. The vote reveal here. In the end, I believe you had 9 votes total, Rhea. 2 for Dave, 2 for Megan.
Well, I think I'm pretty much the big loser in this whole thing, but my last text to her was she 100% had my vote. I don't know why she took that a different way, but she was good alliance. She was always going to be my vote.
Talk about people that played the best game, even though it was the me and Will and Biz and Whit played the best game. He did.
Rhea won me over with her speech. I think that all the shit she's dealt with from Dan and Dave, what she mentioned, she worked with them even though she probably can't stand them, especially Dan, and she worked them both, and she got to the end, and I don't want Dave to win. So Rhea's got my vote.
Seems like he just kind of got to sit around and watch the chaos, and ultimately he always wins. So I just wrote down Dave.
Okay, my final vote. I said I would never vote for Rhea, but this is the time to vote for Rhea. My girl, she deserves it more than anyone, and anyone who thinks otherwise is just honestly so stupid, so.
Rhea, thank you for coaching me through the game and like telling me to dial in. Dave, thanks for forming alliance with me, having my back, that was lit.
I was swayed. I was like 70% Dave before Rhea's speech when she said she hated Dan. Granted, she hated him because she played him, called him up what a phony he is. This is an absolutely biased vote.
Might not have outwitted, but outplayed and outlasted.
Thanks, Rico. I'm voting for Megan.
Yeah,
Just the fact that she survived and got through it.
Can you rewrite that?
You can tell because then
Okay, I got it.
I'm voting for Megan.
You played the best game. You deserve this money. You're really good at this, and you should feel really good about it. I hope you win. Hopefully this ends up being a really great wedding for you.
I wanted to know who was in charge of that duo, Rhea or Dave. And then Megan made an insane speech. It was pretty good. I'm gonna have to go with
Very impressive from Rhea. Thought she was running the show the whole game. Even when I was working with her, I was aware that she was. I'm just very impressed.
There was a couple people in my mind that I would have helped to win this game if I couldn't. Rhea was one of those people, and although I feel like she had a massive miscalculation when I sent her that message to gut Dave to win the house over, I don't want to hold that against her, knowing that all the shit that she was up there talking about was in her head. So I completely get like why she was rattled. I'm just thinking in my brain, I literally changed your number to my wife's name in case I needed to help you in the end. However, I'm gonna put that blemish aside.
He did.
I'm still riding Rhea. Because if I can still keep Dave from winning this thing and know that he doesn't have a surviving widow reader boy, I'll still keep swinging.
Wow, that was new news to you that Will change Rhea's name and his phone to his wife's name.
Just trying to play hard.
I mean, so obviously the text was a huge portion of those final couple days. I mean, have you talked much since this has all ended? And you thought you had a bit of an alliance. How she explained it in the final. How have now 2 co-winners?
Yeah, I mean, my strategy got beat. Like coming into this game, I had the natural alliance with Taylor, had an alliance with Kirk. And I knew I just needed like one, and Rhea and I had talked about it. I knew of her beef with Dave. I knew of her beef with Dan. So I thought if I could ally with somebody who it might go under the radar, it could be a late alliance I tap into. And I got beat at the Pink Wedding. I was hopeful when I was walking over to her being like, hey, what's the move? She was like, hey, talk to Biz. Talk to Biz. We're talking Rico. Biz sits down and says, I kept my promise. So when I went in and didn't play the key, it's like that's how I got beat.
In hindsight now, would you read the text a little differently?
I definitely do. I think, honestly, I feel like the way it was portrayed didn't, like, everything was happening back to back to back in one day. And I was really scrambled in my head with the text from Big Cat about him wanting to go. And I didn't, know how to play that. I was paranoid about the text messages that were being sent, and if you don't do this and that, and I understand now that he just mentally was checked out. So that was weighing on me a lot. And then right after that, I get Will's text. So then that was weighing on me a lot. And it was just kind of all at once. And obviously, brutal watching that panic attack back. I'm like, not great. But I think it was just more of a buildup of the entire week that I just imploded at the end, more so than Will's text causing that eruption. But I also thought to myself, I didn't want to listen to what anybody else was telling me to do because I was running the game the entire time and I was trusting myself. So I felt like if I were to listen to Will in that moment, then I wouldn't be staying true to myself and the game I was playing the whole time. And I honestly think if I listened to Will in that moment, he'd be sitting here I cut you, Dave, through Rhea. That would have been a win for him as well, even though he wasn't sitting on this side. So I'm ultimately happy. I mean, how can I not be when this is sitting in front of me that it worked out the way it did?
I saw you put something below Will, this
Yeah,
podium. I don't know
thanks
if
for
you
reminding me.
figure something going on here. Which you have
the
a
reigning
great
champ. I know
White shirt you're wearing.
When I won last year, I hated that Che and Jerry went home with nothing. So as the champion, I wanted to take it upon myself to get the losers a couple gifts. If you guys could stand up. Dave, Megan.
Dear Pizza Boy.
Yeah.
Had so much
Could
fun
we-
with you, baby.
could you take this photo?
You're spending this much
Come here.
time.
Come here. Hey, come here.
If you
come
can't
up here,
see it,
so
it's a picture of Will
Can we get a
winning
photo?
signed with a
Let's get a photo.
message.
Come up here.
Absolutely.
How much time did you spend on this?
Thanks, Will. Oh my God. Did your wife get this done for you, or was it Rhea?
That was my boy Sherm.
Look, show the shirt off to the camera too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
The
Oh,
CT3.
man.
CT3.
So happy to have
Busy.
this.
He's online. We're gonna get our 250K. Merch. Let's go.
Dave, we'll go to you. You obviously came close. You went further than I thought you would go. Probably you. Was there a point in the final speeches? I didn't get the sense that you thought you could win. Was there a point though where you were like, oh, I actually may have a real chance here?
Yeah, I thought there was a chance.
It sounded like they walked into this place
more
voting
so.
for you.
Yeah, more so. I didn't tell a lie, and a lot of people up there don't like me. I didn't tell one lie. I was pretty straightforward. So I think that's pretty good to get to the final. I really would have had to, I think, savage Rhea. And I think what I said was true. Like when Kirk asked me who ran it, from my mind, I think you can argue I played just as well. Like she was definitely the leader, and she came up to me for the alliance. So that was really smart on her. But I also reversed what I did from last game. Last time I played, which is I made a big move and got smoked instantly. So I'm like, let me lay low. And I do think the game was the Pink Wedding. Like, I think that was the game. So I think you can make a strong case. But Rhea deserved it. Like, she protected me a lot. Shit was happening at the house, and this is a real-life game. And Rhea was emotional. At one point, I was thinking about trying to help Rico, but you know, I was going to let the cards. I was going to tell very truthful, not say anything negative about Rhea, which I think I would have had to go in really vicious, and maybe some people would have respected it, but I don't know. If the cards fell my way, then they would. But I had more of a chance than I think I thought. Like I could have gone, Rhea's so stupid. I've been playing her, like, and she dragged me to the end, and you let the wolf into the hen house. Like, what are you, crazy? I thought about it, and she played a great game. She deserves it. She really does. But I think I also could win.
Early on, we kind of get vibe checks before trial. It's like, all right, who do we think might be going home? We heard your name every of the first few days.
Oh,
every trial. Did you like Francis and Clemmer? Did you realize that he was pretty much in his own head on the ropes at all? Did you know like he kind of thought he was out and there might have been a chance to make a move, or is it more just him being too paranoid?
Pizza 4.
I know, Pizza 4.
I think there was a moment like Arian really was gunning for you, and White Sox Dave was gunning for you. So like that would have been the time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to like my own horn, but they're very stupid because all of them. Every time my name was thrown up, Rhea protected me. So, and not one of them was like, why does Rhea keep protecting Dave? Like when I heard, hey, whenever we threw Kirk's name out, everyone's like, no, Kirk. And I'm like, that's why we have to get Kirk. How many times do these idiots let Rhea protect me without realizing we're locked? And they never did. And she does it to win. Maybe they're stupid. They never went at Rhea, ever. And she protected me. So that's why she deserved to win. But really stupid. How many times do you have to hear, no Dave, to be like, wait a minute, Rhea and Dave seem pretty tight here. By the way, we had nothing before the game for all the other stuff. Like, she approached me day one.
Megan, you also, at the end here, 2 votes, same as Dave. Was there a move, looking back at it now, watching, you're like, damn, if that had gone that way, that could have vaulted me above Rhea, I could have won. I guess the question is any regret, but is there something that you feel like you may have miscalculated on?
I mean, yeah.
I guess the Pink Wedding being potentially one of them.
I mean, yeah, I guess I could have listened and gotten out Keegs that round just like Dan and Kirk wanted me to, but if that was the case, I knew their relationship, every person over there is way more like tight than it ever would be with me. So at the Pink Wedding, I realized like I had myself and that's all I had. So looking back now, I don't think I would really change anything.
Bosco, you voted for.
Yeah, I think.
Mincy voted for, obviously, Mincy. Yeah. Tight bond. Was there a specific reason?
Before Rico left, I told him, well, he was jumping up to get the key, and I saw him get the key. I looked at him and I genuinely meant this. If Rico made it to the final 3, I would have voted for Rico because I know how much shit he's gone through and how much he could use the money, and I still mean that. So I think it was kind of a trade-off for us. I don't know if that's accurate or not.
Might be a bad time to say it, but no disrespect. Looking back, I wouldn't have voted for you.
Yeah.
Not flushing Rhea's idol was the dumbest thing in the game. So.
Well, okay, so I'm going to go to you next. Let's talk about regrets. Do you regret giving up that necklace, which was one of the pivotal moments in this show?
Yeah, definitely. But I somehow survived through it, so I guess live to tell about it. But yeah, it was obviously.
Did you realize there was a moment?
Daddy had your back.
Yeah. There's a moment where you get the Pink Whitney key, and you get an idol, and you asked like that if you could give it to someone, which I assume you wanted to give it to Kirk.
The goal was get out of there with nobody mad at you.
When you lifted it off your neck, did you know in that moment I'm donezo?
Thought so, yeah. But you black out, you up. Everybody in the game had a misstep, maybe not Rhea, but I was valuing Dave not being mad at me more than the money, which is up openly. So
we'll stick on regrets. I'll go. I don't know who has any regrets. Big Cat, any regrets?
I don't think we have enough time. Yeah, the whole game was regret. I mean, I should have. I misplayed a lot. I played really hard to start. Should have owned that more. Shouldn't have quit. Got rattled. Like, really, I hate myself for it. It sucks. So I should have owned that I was going hard as I was early. And yeah, so. But Rhea, like, I had an alliance with Rhea. She played very, very well. I voted for her at the end. Yeah, she deserves it.
Kirk out again this year, guns blazing.
Yeah, I
Differently,
guess.
but
No, yeah, I don't think it was particularly competitive.
How's
but
the mood? Is it like what's the level at with you now here?
It's fine. You know, I'm used to walking into a room and feeling a concentrated hatred. I've had that my whole life, really since I was born. So, like, not a big deal. I'm used to it. I get off on it. No, I feel the same way. You know, I'll be back next year. We play it next year. I'll definitely be in the game again, and I'm going to win it next year.
Guaranteed.
So anybody wants to try and come, you know, if I'm in it next year, try and come get it. I'm winning the game next year.
Obviously, it'd be like, no, go ahead.
I was going to say, the one thing that I was thinking about the game when it gets played again is the cash should be anonymous going in, because, like, I know personally, like, I talked to a lot of people before the game. I wish I hadn't. I wish I had just come in and just played the game.
Yeah, I don't know.
If we could do it.
It's impossible.
Yeah, it
to
might
do
be impossible, but, like, I think about it, like, I wish I had just, because, like, I talked to so many people, I wish I had just been, like, play the game.
I thought about that. I mean, we can't get guys like Will not to cheat. Like, how are you?
It's an issue.
How are you gonna?
But everybody was texting though. Like the people in the class were texting. It's like it
People in the
was both ways. It was the people in the show who were texting towards the house.
Oh yeah, that shouldn't happen either.
Yeah, but I'm saying it goes
I
both
don't think
ways.
I texted anyone in the
No,
house.
I didn't.
Give her the fucking money.
I mean, we were going into the merger, and Kelly's texting word for word where we're going with our votes to Rhea.
That's in the game, though.
Yeah,
That's in the game.
Yeah.
It was in the game, and it was like a stream of consciousness back and forth that, like.
I was saying, by the way, before the game.
Yeah, no,
I wasn't talking about
it
the house
is. That's
or
like the
anything.
dream scenario. I just can't pull.
It's
I know.
hard. It's hard. It's a
I
hard
know,
thing.
Scott.
No text.
Winner though.
That's crossing the line.
I mean,
Lawan.
Yeah.
I was gonna say. So obviously, we just talked to Big Cat Kirk. They had a tussle here, but you, on Twitter since then, you kind of went to Kirk a little bit.
Yeah,
Little war of words. Are you guys? Did you guys sort out your difference? Because you watched it. What did you Kirk? You said watch the show to him.
Yeah.
What was there?
Kirk lied to me during the game.
Promoting the show.
And then after we're both eliminated, just decided just to keep lying to me.
Yeah,
and,
pretty much.
A couple people, I won't say their names. I don't want to stir more shit up. But
No,
they
I
were
mean you could stir it up.
No. It's not. People were like, "Hey, Kirk was gunning for you." I'm like, "Kirk, I'm hearing this." And Kirk's like, "Let the film show. The film will show."
I got a bad
I
edit.
fucking watched the film. It was worse than I thought.
Bad edit.
It was way
Bad
worse than bad edit. So yeah, you know, I mean, obviously, I've watched the game back, and it's like I miscalculated so many things. I was so dumb football brain, like focused on my team, and not even thinking like when we go into the votes. I was Rhea. The only time we crossed paths was that night when one of us was going to and from the shower. Like I had no idea about your game at all, and yeah. So no, Kirk and I are good. I think knowing now, like we understand each other a little bit more. There was a conversation we had in the bathroom. I really stood
A lot of bathroom combos
stood
this
10 toes
season.
down for Kelly, not knowing Kelly was like standing with a knife in her hand right behind my back the whole
Not
entire
yet.
time.
Not at that point. But you guys went in the bathroom to keep me and Megan out of the conversation.
No.
And then you were
Will
dead
and Kirk
to me
wanted to
after
go
that.
have that conversation. I was like, I'm down.
No,
And
you
they were
were
like,
dead
we
to
got to
me
get
after
Kelly. And I was like, I'm telling you. Kelly's one of the boys. We got him.
So
And I go to Kelly because in my head, it's like,
It's true.
I see all the clicks and everything, and I wasn't texting a whole lot of people before, but I see moves in Kelly in the beginning. And I was like, everyone's kind of treating them a certain way. Maybe if I join with them, we can kind of get this like band of misfits thing going on to kind of take over. And inevitably, I wanted to slice Dave's throat and Dan's. Like if I could have got those two done, I wouldn't care that I'm sitting over here. Obviously, I'm sitting here in that pink wedding.
There's a lot of what ifs, and we're not going to go through all of them, but there is one what if that I actually was curious about. They obviously were trying, I guess in a sense, they weren't maybe trying to lose the Connect floor one, but hypothetically speaking, say you lose that. It seemed like Lawan was gone before the pink wedding, right?
Yeah.
Roan, you would have stayed alive. And I've seen people say if you had lasted the pink wedding, would you have flipped to the other side off of them because you were going for Dave?
I would have had the blueprint of how to kill Dave. They're so lucky that I didn't make it through there because he would have been the first one.
It's
and then it would have
astounding how many
been
people
this,
say they
and then
have
it would have been
blueprint to
that,
kill.
and then it would have been moves. And I would have just gone through the whole team that just tried to get me.
It literally, one after another,
I
I had
wish
the
you would have been
blueprint
in
to
the
kill
game.
Dave. It's tilted game, blueprint to kill Dave, tilted game. It's crazy, man.
Francis, you and I had quite the moment. People still thrilled. I mean, I'm between this and a dozen. I've been a punching bag before, but boy, people were heated on both sides. But I don't know if that moment pales in comparison to what I'm about to ask you. You have told on some shows a story that you walked in on Mincy jerking off in the house. And I just need a once and for all. No, you'll get a rebuttal. Francis,
I've talked to Mincy about this. What happened was we had his and her bathroom doors, and his door to his bedroom to the bathroom was completely open, but my door to the bathroom was closed. I knocked on the bathroom door, didn't hear anything, opened it, and then I saw him on his bed, above the covers, naked.
I had boxers on.
And then you ripped the covers up over you in a rush, and I went, "Oh, sorry, Mincy," and then I closed the door, and you go, "That's okay," and then you started listening to Pardon My Take.
Yeah, I wasn't jerking off. I was definitely embarrassed.
It's okay to jerk off.
I know.
You were like,
I felt it was weird when you opened the door and I was laying there with my boxers.
Yeah, it's odd.
Big Head, Big Head, of all the things to take out of it, is you most disturbed from this game the fact that part of my take is Mincy's hide the jerk off move?
The funniest Mincy moment was when I walked into that house and everyone wanted to kill me, rightfully so, and Mincy just goes, "I still like you, Big Cat." And I was like, "Awesome, dude. I got you. I got you."
Which does speak to sort of the inherent flaw in the game. I'm not saying, I know we're going to get to, I'm not saying the
we're about to get to next.
I'm not saying the game is rigged, but that speaks to it. Like, the world would have ended before Mincy voted against one of those two guys.
Well, Clemmer, you had, so Surviving Barstool doesn't just sit within these episodes. If you've watched other Barstool content, whether it be Unnamed Show, Kirk Show, Bussin', Chicks, like whatever, we've talked about it. If you've seen those shows, you know that a big discussion right now is the word rigged. Is it rigged towards Dave? Is it rigged towards, and then maybe a lesser extent, Dan? And we'll clarify, Kirk, if you use the word rig, you more mean slanted towards them just because they're
Well, I'll
the
speak for
boss.
myself, Jeff. You don't have to put words in my mouth. But yeah, I would say...
My assumption is what you mean.
Yes. I don't think you guys got together and said we're going to win the game for Dave, but we've talked about this on Unnamed for the last month, is that there are people in this game who have never voted against Dave because of who he is within the company. Not a lot of people, but a few people. And I don't think anybody else had that when they came in. So if you want to say, I don't know what the word is, it's not rigged, but there's a word I'm searching for. But yeah, it's not rigged.
You, Clemmer, on Unnamed Show, had a mic drop moment the other day. I don't know if, I guess by definition you didn't literally drop it. You said, I believe, and if I'm wrong, you can correct me as well. I believe you said you wanted to take Dave to the end. Correct. Because he wouldn't get any votes, and by that, it's inherently rigged.
Yeah, I don't like the word. I shouldn't have said rigged. I think tilted is the word I would use because it's not a game on the level. It's a little tilted because
tilted for or against.
So he mic dropped. You didn't get a chance to say anything back to him.
First of all, we went through the list on the Unnamed, and everybody has alliance. Bussin came in originally. The Chickens guys were supposed to have 3, so everybody has core people you would think would not vote. But if you go down the list, Clemmer, Taylor, who's my favorite guy, Biz. I don't think, Kelly, you would have voted against me.
My last vote was for you.
Yeah, so Moobs is the only one, my original alliance. Wit, yes. Dan, we voted against each other. Bosco voted me out last year. If you want to say Mincy, no, fine. Will, of course, would have. Francis tried to. Roan tried to. So they can say whatever they want. But when you factually look at each person, it's the opposite. In fact, I'd say most are like, we don't want him at the end. We want to be the one who guts him. So I would actually argue, and if you look and go down the list, it's tilted against me. Who told them to vote Smitty out, my arch enemy, first? Like, nobody told you guys to do that. You guys kept it, like, the complaint I hear is the later it went in the game, we couldn't get him out. Well, you left our core alliance sitting there, and every time you didn't take the stab at us, we advanced, which actually goes to, like, I don't want to put this in, but, like, Rhea played Kelly Keegs probably the most of anyone in the game. Like, honestly, like, we were down to 6 people, and she didn't make a move on Rhea. I think thought she'd be sitting here with Rhea, and she wasn't. So Rhea, that's why she deserves to win. She's getting information from everybody. But to say it's rigged against me, I mean, the facts just don't bear out.
Wait, does that change your opinion at all?
Yeah, a little bit. We've talked. He's kind of like owned me a little bit in that argument. It was more about when we went to the random selection of red and black. And then once Dan and Dave got together, then it was like, oh, fuck, it's too late.
It's random, Whit.
I know, but listen. Once it got there, because you two were together and the bus and contract thing, it was too late. Early on, yes, Smitty getting out stupid, me never trying to make a move on Dan. The whole time I trusted Dan. My mistake. Horrible at this game. Horrible. But I really believe, maybe I'm delusional, that if the bus and contract wasn't up and I ended up on that first team with Dan, I think Dan would have worked with me to get Dave. Based on the fact that Dave had gotten him out the year before. And then all of a sudden they were together based solely to get out busing. So obviously I f***ed up. It's on me. I had chances where I could have at least gone after Dan and then tried to go after Dave. Although when I ended up on Dave and Dan and Rhea's team, I was dead. But yeah, I think it's slanted, not rigged. Honestly though, like, I didn't win. I'm sitting here, but that Pink Wedding, what an episode of TV. I was almost happy not to be in it, just the madness watching at home. And the amount of Pink Whitney that's been sold since this episode.
Get the tie in there.
We won this game.
I was playing with the house's money.
Pink Whitney is sailing off the shelves. So, congrats to Rhea.
And there's a difference. People saying the rigged, and then I definitely didn't want those guys to win with peacing out. I wouldn't want them to win anyways. By the way,
People did ask though. I've seen the questions of why have them in if you didn't want them to win.
Because there's a huge. That's like, why would I put Smitty in? I'd rather kill myself than Smitty win. Like, there's people in the game that you don't want to win, but we didn't have the ability to prevent them from. Like, we didn't want them to win. Just like all these people are saying they didn't want me to win. What's the difference?
You had people pushing you forward.
Rhea.
Well, also you also had Big Cat pushing you forward.
Well,
you also had Rico pushing you forward, and also there were a lot of people who pushed you forward.
I think the biggest flaw within your argument, in that you played a great game, you played a great game, is that you asked Mubi to play late. Nobody knew she was. You picked her. You pick all the players in the game. You picked her and made an alliance with her. That's a flaw. That is a bias.
I mean, it was kind of obvious we had an alliance. If
why?
you don't want me to pick the group, I don't. Like, if you look at who is in this cast, it's a wildly diverse group.
No, I agree.
For the most part, based on audience size.
Sure.
Like, if we Moobs had a big audience that we want to watch the show.
Sure.
And it's all across. And even if you look at the people, like, I've heard that. So, like, if I was trying to stack the deck, Frankie's in it, Tommy's in it, Gaz is in it, Smitty was in it, Clemmer's in it. Like, people I generally don't like.
Moves, your name's been thrown around with this. Every time discussion comes up, first name thrown out there.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I just tried to stick with my alliance Steve from the start, and then like Rio was coaching me through. The cards really played right for our team in the beginning, or towards the end. Once I got switched onto Dave's team, I was like, okay, I can just ride with him. And like, I didn't know half of you guys. Like, I was just really trying to make it through, and I guess it pissed some people off that I stuck with my alliance.
Will, Taylor, any final thoughts here on the rig thing before I get kind of the last question here, the kind of big thing?
I mean, with the bus and contract being up, I mean, speaking strictly for just me and Will, I mean, Will is past winner. I said at the last episode, like, I will wildly underestimate this game and didn't see a whole bunch of things, but that does stack the deck against us a little bit when the two big dogs want busting out no matter what. But even with all of that, and I didn't play a good enough game to win. Will won last time, so.
And also, for the record, which they'll say whatever, like, when we played that game, I thought they were coming back to Barstool. So
No way.
Well, no, 100. Look at his speech at the end. When he came up, he's like, "You just cost $250 more to Barstool."
Will?
Yeah, I mean, he's not wrong about that.
Okay.
You were coming back till this show ended?
No, it has nothing to do with it. The Boston future with us has nothing to do with this show.
Yeah, that's like there's negotiating still happening. Like, we knew that was there, and I want either us were in a group chat or Dave and I were texting. And we can't have you guys win. But I'm thinking the same thing. I want Dave out, but from my game strictly, it's like I would have loved to get Smitty out. Smitty tells me to my face, "I want you out." When I had lost 5 eliminations early, like being the champion coming into it, I just know my whole game was keep a low profile. Don't make any moves, let other people lead. I was just letting Dan lead because I needed Dan as a target to be in, like as a potential shield as I move forward, knowing that when him and Whit are sharing bunks in the same room, like it'll flip on us at some point. I'm just going to have to be ready for that. And just one by one, like if we were going to have a chance, you needed external company guys to still be in here. But Wallow, Gilly, Arian, all those people were getting knocked out. I didn't want to step up and start trying to make a move saying why we needed them in, because then that puts a target on my back. It's like, why is he trying to play the game early? It's like I was trying to activate, get beyond the pink wedding, but it just didn't work out.
Biz, one thing for you before.
And it's like Rico gives him the immunity necklace. Francis gave him
play a key, moron.
That was, yeah.
Yo,
you didn't vote
did your strategy? You're sitting here taking.
You want to pick on me? Hit the door.
You're sitting here back.
You didn't play the key.
You're sitting here back.
You got every move. You got knocked out 8.
Just taking back shots. Taking back.
You didn't play a key. You're a moron. You also could have voted Biz.
Rico, we're not going to start calling people morons.
They're taking turns on you, just taking back shots, Dave and Dan.
Rico,
Dave rubs your little back here, drink your water bowl. It's going to be all right. Dave will like you. Did you win? Did you win? How much money have you won in this game?
You didn't win.
Here's some winnings from last year.
You, Rico.
Rico, for you to sit there and call somebody else a moron is wild.
You two lost the same way I lost. We're all in the loser circle.
I can tell you're a little ornery right now because your owner's over there. You want to go sit on his lap right now.
Rico went far. Also, fucking Dan gave him like 7 keys during the game.
Yeah, but he
just spoon-fed it. Come on, Rico.
The guy quit. I'm taking the 2 keys.
I'll blame you for it, but there's a low moment that is sad.
But if Rico got to the final 3, say with Rhea and Megan, we might be looking at a 7-6 vote. I think Rico was.
Would
anyone
have voted for? So instead of who? Are you saying there?
I'm saying it would have been close with him and Rhea.
Yeah, Rico played. I will say this: Rico fought hard though.
That's the question. When it was 6, why they didn't flip on us 3? Because they seemed to know it was us 3.
Because Kelly wasn't going to flip on Rhea.
That's where it gets skewed. Friendships, like you put your friendship
That was never going to happen.
Well, it's like I had done this before, and I know how it can affect friendships outside the game. And at that point, it was like I couldn't save myself from an idol. I should have gotten immunity. I didn't do it, so I kind of screwed myself by not doing that. And then I wasn't gonna cover my friends or the girls. I just was like.
But she fucked you over though.
Yes. Well, also for the record, Rhea, you still had a key at that point, right? That you didn't play.
Yeah.
Yeah, she could have gave that to you. Like,
me and Kelly talked about it. Kelly said she didn't want any handouts.
I would never. I didn't find that of my own volition. I would not want to use it because then later on it's I gave you that key and you were able to stay here. So why then I owe my win or I owe my final 3 to somebody else. I wanted it to be me and me alone.
Yeah, but it is a
and
game.
I lost.
I mean, you could have voted to save yourself at that point. So it is what it is.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it was not the long-term effects were not worth it for me, personally.
What about
potential long-term
when did you like? I didn't did you just grow to trust me as the game went on that I was going to flip on you?
Well, Dan and I had talked a bunch before the game started, and also I talked to Will. So I had Dan and Will, and I kind of was like, all right, going into this game, whoever's tribe I end up with, I'll use that alliance. Honestly, Dan gave me a lot more information, if I'm being honest, so I started to trust him a lot more. And he kind of told me that he had an alliance with you and Rico. So when I was on your tribe, I was like, oh, perfect. I'll align with Dave because I know I have Dan. And so if I have Dan and Dave, then I can kind of use them both. And I said it, and I don't think they showed it, but I was like, if I can make it to the end with Dan and Dave and beat them both, this would be my sweet victory. And so that's kind of what I used. But yeah, because of that, I was like, oh, perfect. I'll align with Dave and kind of use that as a strategy.
Because I think Dan and I were going to turn on each other.
Yes.
When Dan said he was out, I was actually happy. I was like, okay, good. I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
I didn't know all the other shit swirling, but I was like, keep clearing the path.
Yeah. Before we get to the last thing, Biz. Now I want to say it. Biz, pretty funny.
Let me leave.
I'm independent. No, I will say there was a very funny because after we filmed the show, some people may not know, but I think many do. You fought like 6 people. How many people was it?
Oh yeah, that
massive story. Yeah. And yet after that, Surviving aired, where you looked more exasperated here than you probably did during that. Your face at the Pink Wedding. I don't think anyone's ever wanted to leave content more than that at that moment. You hated it.
I probably should have voted for Rhea, but I voted for Dave because before that, it was we were just worrying about winning competitions. Everything was gravy, so I didn't know any of this shit was going on. I was just worrying about winning, and I was kind of like a pawn per se to listening to Taylor and Will and what the kind of the alliances that we had established had going on, but we didn't have to really vote anyone out, and everything was strong. And then kind of when we got to that wedding, everything was so chaotic, and Dave was just having such a good time, and it seemed like he was in complete control. Where when you pulled out your idol, I was like, oh, he's got shit going on that she doesn't know about, and I know nothing, so I'm assuming that he's in full control.
I also told, they cut this out, I told Biz to vote for Kirk, which is why he voted Kirk out. And so that was another.
No, I voted for Kirk because I knew he'd gone against Taylor. That
No,
clicked for me.
you pulled me, you were like, I remember it, because you were on the side, and you were like, I haven't talked to Rhea. I want to talk to Rhea. She's the only person I haven't talked to yet. So I went over, and you were like, who are you voting for? And I said, vote Kirk. He was going to write your name down. And you said, done.
Okay. But I also think
maybe it was Taylor
correct,
too. Yeah.
but I also think
guys across and you were
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
okay, all right. But I also think it clicked that he went against
Yeah.
Taylor, and I was more loyal to him.
Right,
and if he
right.
was doing that, who else was he in bed with? And like, it's Kirk. No offense, like you're diabolical and
Yeah,
you're
that's
going for the win. So, but that too, like I was so far behind in this whole game that
It was a funny moment.
So
Dick
Rhea,
gets
when
explaining idols.
you played the idol, or were going to,
Yeah.
you just had an immediate panic that he turned on you?
No, I didn't think that he turned on me. I kind of thought since me and Kelly were like arguing a little bit and everything got scrambled, it's just a moment of panic set in where I was like, okay. I honestly was like, how have they not caught on to me yet? Maybe they're catching on to me right now. And they didn't. But I thought.
Here's a question that everyone asks. When the text that it actually spiraled the whole game, your text, Kelly, that Rhea read out loud that didn't say it was just a plan to get, it was read to us like it was verbatim.
Right.
Like,
Which, no, it was like, well, that was happening. That was the conversation that was literally happening as I was texting, and I was just like repeating what was happening. But then they took our phones immediately, so I didn't get to explain what was going on. And then that was it. But then during the week, we had been going back and forth, sharing small bits of information back and forth. And so I was just kind of telling them what was going on over here before we got out on the turf. And then when we got out on the turf, I had confirmed with Kirk, Rico, and Megan. We were like, oh, we're still good for Taylor. And then I looked at Rhea and I was like, we're still good. But then that didn't translate. So the conversations that I had, and the damage was done already. Dan already had freaked out. He was yelling down Rico's throat. And then I'm yelling at Rico thinking that he was the one that told them about the plan, but like didn't explain it properly, and then it all just went to hell. And then
When I got those texts, I was
Dave
like,
told everybody that you couldn't trust me all of a sudden. And then that's when I started getting pissed.
I thought you, I didn't know who was with Kirk. I thought Kirk,
I also thought that Kirk, because when we made the plan to get out Taylor, Rhea was in the room. So I thought that she was bringing over information to you and Dan, being like, they're going to go Taylor. I was there for it. So I thought Kirk was with us. So when you were like, get out Kirk, I was like, he's the only guy I got over here. I want to bring him along. And I thought we were all aligned to be the 8. And I that was not right. Like,
well, that
was
conversation to get Taylor out happened like 2 days prior or like 3 games prior. So we had lost all those games.
A while.
And
Honestly,
being
kind
in
of
the room
sad.
with
We kept
Kirk.
winning.
And so being in the room with Kirk, in the room, I'm like, I don't know if I trust what's going on here. And then we had lost 3 games in a row. So I didn't know if that plan was still intact because that wasn't that day.
Right.
That was days prior to that.
and then Rico.
So then I was reading the text from Kelly, and I think it was kind of just a miscommunication. I think Kelly was in the room, was probably just like seeing what was happening, maybe thought that Rico flipped, but then afterwards, after we got our phones taken away, was like, oh wait, it didn't flip. He
Right.
was just playing them.
I said in my text, I was like, I have to see what they say. And that's like the last one I sent. But then I didn't get to be like, we're good. And then when I tried to be like, we're good, when we got back to the turf, it was too late. Like everything blew up.
France, you said you
I have a
something.
question. I'm trying to figure out how much Will's text to Rhea actually impacted things. And up to that point, you, Dave, were starting to shift your allegiance to Rico and getting him forward. But when that text came out and it was all kind of misconstrued, you shifted and said, I don't want all the guys in the house to vote for him to win if he gets to the final, and you went back to supporting Rhea more. If that text hadn't happened, is it possible you would have taken the immunity off your neck and given it to Rico when he got eliminated?
Doubtful. I was going to make a strong play. I think Moobs would have been who I would have tried. I don't think, going to turn on Rhea. But Rico, I was going to try to figure out. It happened really quick. Like, it went from what can I do to get Rico to, like, Rhea being what I would say outside the game affected. And that's where it is the whole game. So, yeah, you can certainly make the argument that Will Compton's illegal cheating cost Rico $250,000.
He also didn't have to give me the idol. All he had to do was vote Megan, then it's 3-2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It definitely affected it. Once that all happened, I locked back in on our original 3, and I wasn't switching.
I was bragging about saving my idol in front of Rico. Honestly, just because I thought it was like a powerful move and I was just excited in the moment. I kind of took it out on Rico instead of just like being excited for myself. I did say a bunch that if Rico, and I said this to you, I was like, if Rico gets to the end, like I think he's gonna win, like I'd be happy for Rico. But ultimately I saw Rico like as a huge threat towards the ending. And I think that's kind of why, like, in the heat of the moment, I was like, I got him. And it kind of just, like, took over. But I thought Rico, if he made it to the end, could have had a really good shot.
Last thing, show of hands. Who would play this show again if asked? Is that just Whit? There you go. There's Whit. Okay. So that's every. I mean, what is.
I don't know.
Are you going to pick the cast? Like, what would it be?
I mean, yeah.
Are Bussin allowed to play again?
That's the funny thing. You don't want to run the same game over. So
we do Amazing Race.
I've talked about that. I've talked about that.
We do after wall.
We
do. What about teams?
For what?
I know.
For this.
Watch an episode. You might like.
If you do teams of two,
don't need to be fair.
You don't tell me what the teams of two are before the game starts. There's no alliances beforehand.
Well, you still need people to like pack their bag. Everybody.
No. I'm saying you could say the 24 players.
Oh,
but you don't say who they're with.
Yeah, it's an
You don't say
interesting
they're with,
twist.
then
I
there's
never thought of it. I don't know if that defeats the ethos of the game where there's one sole survivor.
But obviously, every hand, even the reluctant ones.
Well, I said
Weighs it
on
in the
Spittin'
end.
Chicklets that I want to do it again. I'd have to do some serious research on how this game's played. I still don't even get the game. Right. And I'd only play if Dave was in, but then if Dave gets me out,
and then
I
he's
have to quit the
complain
company.
like a little girl that I'm in the game.
If you announce right now we're just starting again, right? I'd be.
I know.
Right.
I know. That is it, Rhea. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
Good job, Rico.
Also, I got to say, big round of applause to everyone behind the scenes. I mean, the editing, crazy.
Get Pink Whitney birdie buckets, the new birdie buckets for Pink Whitney.
Go promote it. Yep, Pink Whitney.
Pink Wedding, putting that together.
Unbelievable.
I remember
Yeah,
like 6 a.m.
Genius marketing.
I'm talking with Kirk, and you're trying to play like 1-2. Are they going to merge us here? Are they not? Last season, we only did 2 eliminations within a short period. But when we sat down and you mentioned 3 eliminations, it threw everybody.
A lot of people behind them. I mean, Tara, Rob, Dags, Dustin, Tommy Smokes. Give it up for Tommy Smokes. But we don't know when, but I'm sure it'll be at some point. We'll be back here for what is probably going to be absolute chaos. Thank you, everyone at home, for watching. Good night, and we'll see you down the road.
It's all